Betty bought a bit of butter, but the butter Betty bought was bitter. Betty bought... Betty bought...
Wait, are we live?
did you change it?
No, because I thought you were ready.
I'm not ready. I need to put my phone somewhere that I can see it.
Just put it on the table. Like,
But
right...
it's I can't see it well because the light.
Oh my god.
Yeah. See, we have a dilemma. One second.
All right. No, now you say... All right, whatever.
Okay.
Hey, how's it going? Hello.
Hello, welcome everybody. Welcome.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly live, the weekly release stream. Devin,
The weekly release stream.
Shit.
Every week we release Update 8. Welcome everybody.
Yeah, every week, Update 8. Let's go. Forever Update 8. How's everyone doing?
Yep. It's like Groundhog Day, but with Update 8.
Yep. Just can't get tired of Update 8.
Yeah. Very good. All right. We're off to a solid start. No, but welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us for our experimental release of Update 8. Yep. It's been a long time coming. Happy that we're here.
Happy to actually get it out this year, kind of. I mean, it's been
You jest. There was no
yeah.
risk that it wasn't going to come out this year.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, it's good. It's good to finally be here now. So, and we have one hell of a stream planned today, don't we?
Sure do, and let's see if we can actually fit everything in this one stream.
Yeah, we do have a lot of things to do. And on that note, maybe we should just dive right in because we're...
wow, you don't dance around the 1 minute into the stream. We're like,
1 minute in, quick, we're running out of time.
Yeah.
So usually we start with the state of dev. The state of development is that we're releasing experimental in 2 hours.
Done. All right.
Next, moving on.
It doesn't hurt. Yeah. So let's just quickly explain what's going to happen today on the stream. I guess is we're gonna sit here. We got a countdown here somewhere, and the countdown is when the update will be available on the experimental branch. The experimental branch is an opt-in branch, so it's not gonna be available on like the default branch. It's gonna be experimental. It's gonna be experimental. This release in particular as well.
Yeah,
so...
there's a lot of new features, and of course there was the engine upgrade too. So we do anticipate some sort of growing pains here.
Yep.
But we've done the best we can, like internally with testing and also with external QA testers to make sure that we've got like all blockers out of the way, so that people should just be able to play, and then we can get feedback and start making any some patches and things like that as well.
Yeah.
And we talked about this a little bit more in a video last week on Thursday, where we just sort of wanted to share that we've got a couple weeks where we plan on doing a bunch of patches based on feedback from you guys. But then we will be closing down a little bit during July and maybe some of August where people go on vacation. That's just a thing here in Sweden. The entire country shuts down for like a month. So that will happen. And so there won't be any updates probably throughout July. But then, if you guys keep testing and leaving feedback, the team will get back to it as soon as they can in July or August or something like that, and we'll get the patches out. But that means the experimental period will be an extended one, a bit longer than usual. I think we've done this before. I can't remember which update it was with.
6.
With 6? Okay. Yeah, so that's just kind of how that's going to go this time around.
Yep.
But if you run into any issues, the team will do what they can. And if we go on vacation, we'll take care of it after vacation. Yeah.
And don't forget to back up your save files.
Yes.
I think you should do that regardless if you're going to try experimental today or not. Always back up your save file. It's always good to have an extra copy. Can't trust Steam or Epic in their cloud sync.
Yeah. And then also just sometimes hard drives just kind of do weird things. Like there's all sorts of strange edge cases that you just can't really account for. And it's, backing up your save files is like putting on a seatbelt in a car. It's just really good safety, right? Like anything can still happen, but like if you back up your saves, then you're just more protected from any sort of accident. So
For sure.
and it's very small, easy thing to do. So,
but we got a jam-packed stream all lined up for y'all. We're gonna check out community highlights. We're gonna check out some merch.
Yes, we have some like merch news.
And some other shenanigans.
Yep, we got some shenanigans plans. Yeah,
and we're gonna check out the patch notes as well.
Yeah, we're gonna go through patch notes. Yeah.
But let's dive straight into it. Why daddle when you can
diddle? Wait. I didn't think it. Dill.
I really set you up.
Jeez. Anyway. That's.
So if you're new here, you haven't seen, maybe you're on YouTube and you haven't seen the streams before. We usually stream every week on Tuesdays. Actually, almost this time. We usually start 1 hour from now. And what we do is, why can't I move this? You see? Okay, there we go.
Okay.
What we usually do is we check out what people have been doing in the community and what people have built. And this week we're definitely gonna do that, but there's a little bit of a caveat, or if you will, because we usually grab stuff from Reddit, and at the moment there's like a little bit of a protest-ish, you can call it, because Reddit are changing the API rules, and a lot of subreddits are in response to that, they're going dark. And our Reddit did the same thing. They're gonna be back up sometime today, but it's been dark on the Reddit.
It has been.
But
it may be up now or within the next hour or something.
Yeah. But before that, people were posting stuff. That's what we're gonna check out.
Community highlights, and we do this every week. So if you're watching on YouTube, just FYI, we actually stream over on Twitch every week.
Yep.
And we do this kind of stuff every week, and it's really fun checking out what people have done.
Yep. And get imposter syndrome, not imposter, the opposite.
Yeah. Where you just everyone's better than you kind of moment.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
So there we go.
Okay.
So, there we go.
Let's go.
First up is from Hughie.
Oh.
Yep. Super clean coal power setup.
Yes. Very foggy.
Very foggy. I got a little bit beta from this because it said this is my first coal plant. I'm like, this is amazing for your first coal plant. But then I was like, but this is Hughie.
This is Hughie. This is a veteran of the community highlights segment.
So it was the title was my first coal plant, and then the comments for the same.
Oh right.
So it was baited.
Yep.
You can't really get baited. But this
they got you with a thumbnail.
Yep. But so one thing I really like about this setup is the the holes for the
water extractors. Yeah. Super sick.
Yeah. But this is a really clean setup. Doesn't say specifically how many it is, but it's Mark II miners, so I'm assuming, and Mark III belts, so it's pretty big setup.
I love that. I love that. The glass flooring with water underneath.
Yep.
Kind of.
You can see the pipes coming.
Yeah.
Yep.
Super sick.
That's a nice little detail.
That is an aesthetic that I appreciate.
And then you got the little room for the water extractors.
Oh, it's cozy. Little pen.
Yeah. One really nifty little trick you can do when you're placing the water extractors is if you place foundations underneath the water line, the water extractors will actually snap to the foundations. So if you're frustrated with the fact that all the water extractors don't line up perfectly, that's one way to get around.
There you go. Pro tips. We're learning.
From me, who would have thought?
Who'd have thunk it?
Yeah. I got it from community. So next up is from Simeon.
Oh. Wow, this is really pretty. And with the manta in there as well.
Yep.
Holy cow.
Which is get that on a bingo card for taking snaps.
This is the perfect shot.
Yep.
Got everything. Got rain. We got Fixmas trees, manta. These trains looks like they're gonna run into each other, but no, they'll probably be turning.
Maybe.
Who knows?
We got the signal set up, but it is manually driven, so maybe.
Okay.
Since the shot is taken from here.
Yeah, true.
This is minutes from disaster.
So it's really pretty.
But I think this is interesting because they also got the biomass building. What's going on there? Are they automating biomass?
Who knows?
That's impossible.
Yeah. Semi-possible.
Semi-possible.
But you still need to pick it up yourself.
You can set up the development chain for it. But
yeah, but you still need to get the mass yourself. But yeah, it makes sense.
Yep.
Very nice.
Next is from Sitting Waves. It's
Whoa.
got some turbo fuel lined up.
I see. Yeah, because initially, I was whenever we see this kind of thing, right, it's usually always fuel generators, right? In this case, it's not, but it is still fuel.
Yeah.
Fuel production.
Yeah.
So we've got blenders at the top, we've got refineries around. I love this kind of stuff.
Yeah, it's an alternative way of it, because most people do power towers where they have the refineries at the bottom and then they build a tower up. But here's the opposite.
Yeah.
Or not necessarily the opposite. They just aren't using the turbo fuel. They're
just production.
Making it.
Yeah. No, I dig this. I really dig this.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh man.
Next up is from Conscious Cadaver.
Wait, this is so clean though.
Yeah. Nice. This is when you spawn in the first time on this server, and it's this is your view.
Yeah.
It's a fine establishment you got.
I would take vacations there.
Yeah. So it's cool. It's got the circular stuff happening around the hub and the space elevator, and also manta.
Oh yeah. We got the Manta in the
So
shot there.
10 points for Manta.
Yeah, it's like you know, like back in the day when you did Pokemon Snap, you get extra points for
Yeah,
like framing,
yeah,
things like
yeah.
that. You get like the Manta bonus in.
That would be such a
community highlights.
funny mod in Satisfactory. It's like you create like a train cart or something,
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you stand on top and take picture mode.
Or even a funny mod for Pokemon Snap where you put the Manta in there instead. That would be pretty sick. A Lizard Doggo.
Shiny Manta.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very clean.
Yeah.
And also the scale of this is bananas. Like, I mean, the hub is not a small building, but when
No.
you look at like, it looks tiny here, you know, so that just really demonstrates how big this building really is.
A lot of open space.
Mhm.
Roof activity.
Yep.
Next is from
Whoa,
Aelrion.
we're in the Matrix. We made it. We're plugged in.
Yep. So this is the Infinity Hallway, and it's inspired by user Royal Loss 5545.
Mhm.
Recognize the name, and I like when they say like inspired. Then I feel like maybe we featured them on community highlights before. Royal Loss, that is, and we've probably seen some form of take on this, but
Yep. No, I really dig this.
Yeah.
This is super good.
and they're in phase 4.
It just looks like with the reflections that it goes on forever.
Yeah. I gotta mention this too, by the way. There's always like whenever someone posts on the Reddit and they have the HUD visible, there's always someone in the comments. They're like, you can turn it off.
Hey, the HUD looks good.
Yeah. Don't HUD shame.
Don't no HUD shaming here. Yeah, there's no HUD shaming here.
Next is from Exploding Jet Ski or Jet Sky.
Exploding jet sky.
Oh, that's so good. With some hexagons.
The bestagons, in
Yes,
fact,
yes.
some may say.
Yeah. That another key thing. As soon as someone builds with hexagons, there's always a comment.
Yep.
Like they're
Bestagons, exactly. Shout
What-
out to
what-
CGP Grey.
Okay.
Yeah, I believe.
It's
Yeah,
been a while since I saw that video.
it's a good one. But this is a really sick design. Lots of use of the hexagons, and of course, they're using the hexagons on the windows on the right.
Yeah.
That's the ones that are in the game normally, but that, you know, they're really hammering that home with more hexagons, including with the signs here on the left and
Yeah.
a little bit on the right there.
So the thing
Super sick.
I wish I could see the signs move
Oh yeah.
so you get the
Yep.
full.
But also, I mean, just look how pretty that texture is, by the way, with the reflections there.
Yeah, yeah.
Super good.
Has it been raining?
Looks like it.
Yeah. Very nice. Can't wait to get the frame rates to drop in the next time. No.
It's live right now. This is
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is the game.
This is the game.
It's
Yeah.
running. Next up is from Scratch
Ooh.
Games.
Okay.
Every time. So,
Yep.
chat. Here's a little game for you all. Okay. So, you're gonna
like
guess. Is this vanilla or is this modded?
The fact that you're asking makes me think it's vanilla.
Well, it is vanilla.
Metagame.
So I saw this picture first, and I was like,
Oh, hot dang, those palettes look
those
really good.
palettes.
Yeah.
How do you do those in vanilla? You gotta
Looking at chat, see if anyone...
like. I thought I had a
Lights? Oh, are they
thing.
lights?
No, wait, what? Is the like? But
No, they're not lights.
no,
Wait,
it
wait,
must-
they're
it's
signs. They're signs.
Yeah,
They're
it's
signs.
signs. Now I see it.
Yeah.
Holy shit! It took me so long, because I was legit yesterday.
Yeah.
So-
Oh, that's so clever, though.
I must have been so tired yesterday because I
Holy
was
cow.
literally staring at this, being like, "Is this mod or vanilla?"
yeah.
And I'm like, I'll check the comments, and
Yeah.
like, no, it's vanilla. I'm like, okay, I don't know how, but
lying,
Makes
maybe?
Yeah.
No, but okay, that makes sense. Very clever.
yeah, super.
And then,
cool.
like, we've got the palettes in the back there that are kind of, like, leaning,
yeah,
and it
yeah,
just
yeah.
looks so organic, and, you know, it makes the place look even more lived in. But,
Love it.
yeah, really good. Holy cow.
I believe From Scratch made like a blueprint for the set pieces.
Mhm.
I believe from the previous post.
Yep, makes sense,
So
sense.
might
Great
be
use.
available somewhere.
Oh, yeah.
Check the Reddit once it's back up again.
Yeah,
I guess.
maybe they'll share it.
But it's how do they do the leaning though? I don't know.
I don't know.
Next up is from
Yeah.
Builderama.
Whoa.
And I love this post because it's also fun that it's from Builderama, because they've made it so that it's like a sort of like a top-down view anatomy of like their factory. So like they've clearly
Aw.
marked like the segments here, like
Yep.
what's produced. Kind of dig
It's
this.
so clean.
Yeah.
So organized. But I mean, this
Yeah.
is just such a good shot as well.
It
I
looks
want to go skateboarding down those.
kind
Yo,
of
imagine the
bumpy.
speed bubbles. yeah.
But it's super cool. It's also cool how the train station is so like part of the ramp sort of. So like it's 2 layered.
Oh yeah.
So it's pretty nifty. Pretty nifty.
Jeez, this would have taken so long.
Yeah. So this is an aluminium ingots factory.
Mhm.
I mean, you can
So
sort of
they
see
got the
it.
solution, the
Yeah.
scraps, the ingots, and then what's the stuff? There's like
The
fuel.
fuel and
What's the purple?
the purple one is probably packaged turbo fuel, isn't it? Or turbo fuel, isn't it?
Would there be? There wouldn't be turbo fuel from this. What is it? Chat will know.
No, that's true.
I'm blanking. Heavy oil residue, maybe?
That's the one.
Oh, it is. Okay. Yeah.
Turbo fuel is red.
Yeah, I think it is.
You
yeah.
idiot.
I wouldn't know. I'm still making my turbo fuel.
Everybody knows it's
I'm
red.
still working on mine.
Can't believe you failed that test. I knew.
Yeah.
I was
Okay.
testing you. Next up is from Ow Dante. That
Ow!
really hurts. Overwatch Dante or
Yeah. Overwatch Dante. From the the Overwatch League, as we all know.
The Overwatch team.
Household name. Yeah.
Jeff Kaplan would be.
Yep.
Yeah. Rip. No, wait.
He's still alive.
No, I know.
I think he's probably doing well,
I just
actually.
miss him. Yeah, I just miss him. He's
Yeah,
not
I
in
just
the-
miss him, yeah.
Don't get to see his videos anymore.
No.
Um,
But this is super neat.
yeah,
And just a great shot.
it's a super good shot, and this is the interior here. Super good use of signs, by the way, and markings on the floor.
Yep.
Really huge fan.
Oh
when
man, the
people
platform
put
1 and platform 2 there on the ground.
Yeah.
Super sick.
smart. I don't know. It was the science that got me on this one. Very modular and clever way to use it.
I dig it.
Yep. Next up is from Royal Loss. So Royal Loss, mentioned previously.
Right.
Here's another build from them, where they
Holy cow, this
added-
is big.
they added this menacing-looking layer on
Yeah.
top of the waterfall in
I bet they're standing there like this at the edge.
Yeah, it's exactly like scheming.
Yes.
Yes. They're like waiting for when we add the not just the oil nodes in the spark
Yes.
plugs. They're waiting for the other stuff.
Yes.
Which
yes,
won't be
more
in
stuff.
this update,
No.
but in another update, hopefully.
No resource node updates.
No.
No. Yes. This is ASMR. Okay.
Well-
All right, what are we doing? we got distracted.
Can't wait for that clip. It's gonna haunt us forever. Next one.
Whoa!
Sukiex.
Wait, is this one of these like frame by frame stacked pictures, or when someone does like a panorama and the portable miner is moving at the same time?
Yeah. Kinda.
Yeah.
So, do you know what this reminds me of?
Well.
It reminds me of GoldenEye. Do you know if you can?
Oh, I know what you're talking about. Remote mines.
Yeah.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Oh, it's amazing.
Stacking the remote mines.
Oh, I have so many hours as a kid being like,
Yeah. And then it's like this
and then
long.
you're kind of like, oh. That's so funny.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So apparently you can do this.
Cool.
You can apparently stack them like this. I'm not sure.
Are they drilling?
I think they are, because I don't think you can place the portable miner unless it doesn't do the animation unless it's drilling.
No.
So must be, which is interesting.
All right.
Yeah.
That's a bug that can stay in the game.
I mean, it's efficient. God.
I mean, a carefully designed feature that could stay in the game.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
We definitely thought of that. It's but it's cool. I made a TikTok about that, by the way, where if you place one miner on one node, you only get like a certain amount. But if you but like the portable miner, you can place as many as you want.
Exactly.
So like if you just pick them up, you get so many more. Like so much more ore.
You just need a friend to do that for you.
And that's what I said in TikTok too. Is
Yeah.
like, just get a friend to do it.
Yeah.
It's fine. But yeah, super nice. Next up is from Redstone Sausage, with this cool looking bridge, and I also love the tag for this. It's like spent hours building this, and then I realized it doesn't lead anywhere. So what should I use it for? Well,
I mean, it's pretty sick.
yeah.
You could turn it into like an obstacle course if you place certain things down, and then you have to drive a factory cart through it.
Oh yeah.
It's kind of like a Crash Bandicoot level, in a way.
But you should have like because this is northern forest, and you should have like the coal stuff there, and maybe you could maybe you want to build a factory there. I don't know. So,
But this is super nice.
Yeah.
Also, for the YouTube watchers who don't check out our weekly streams, we have like bridges are almost on every week.
Yeah.
There's some kind of bridge. We have the bridge meta. Yeah. If you ever want to be featured, make a bridge probably.
Community highlights doesn't start until there's a bridge in the
Yeah,
highlight.
exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. Dev stream hasn't started until there's a bridge.
Yeah. For sure. We're gonna stick to this like color scheme, sort of. Check out Jonah Poka,
Nice.
who has a storage setup. It reminds me of Kibitz, like the way Kibitz sets his thing up, with the MAM in the background and all that stuff. But super, I love the colors.
I could just this gives me sort of like not really Iron Man, but like the same kind of like Iron Man energy, where this like there's like a superhero person or it's like a super engineer.
Yeah.
And they wake up in the morning, they're like, it's time to get to work, and they walk through their storage system, get to their MAM at the end, and they start tinkering.
Yeah, and then I get immediately overwhelmed, like, oh, everything I said I was gonna do yesterday, I pushed it today.
I think I'm gonna go lay down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll do it tomorrow.
I'll do it tomorrow. Yeah.
But yeah, it's super cool, super clean. Another cool train pick. The sunset rise.
Pretty, very warm.
Thingy. It's hard to tell. Wait, where is this?
Well, that's.
I'm trying to remember which direction the sun rises.
I always think of it with the Owen Wilson and Jackie Chan movie, Shanghai Nights, and he's like, the sun doesn't rise here, it sets here, so it sets in the west.
But that's on Earth. But it's. I always think of the Red Hot Chili Peppers song.
All right.
The sun might set in the east, but at least it settles in the final location.
Oh yeah. But that's on Earth.
Yeah, that's on Earth.
Okay.
I'm sorry, my bad. Where was I going with this? Cool pick.
Yeah, super good.
No, it's super cool.
Look at those fart rocks down there.
Actually, one thing I was gonna mention, like when you see a picture, sometimes in a film, they film like a sunset and then they go in reverse. But you can actually see on Earth if it's a sunset or sunrise because the colors are different. Because depending on where it's shot. Because during the day, more like
certain colors.
emissions
Right.
are rise, and that changes how the colors in the atmosphere.
What gets absorbed and what gets reflected.
And during the night it goes down, and then in the morning
Okay.
it all starts up again.
Holy cow.
So you can actually I can't remember which YouTuber it was, but they were like going through films, and they were trying to find like when they reversed sunsets and sunrises to be like, no, that's a sunset.
That's a very nerdy thing to do.
Yep.
Yeah.
But content, baby. All right.
It's incredible that someone would do that for starters, but then of course you would watch it. I expect that completely.
Sometimes you see a thumbnail and you're like, I don't actually want to watch this, and you click the thumbnail and then you watch the video anyway.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've done it many times.
I don't know what it is. It's just easily distracted.
Yep.
Next is from Much Ad.
Whoa.
Yep.
Whoa. Hold up a second.
Whoa.
We got the Billie Eilish green here. Nice.
Check. We got the futurist. We got kind of a bridge. Check.
Yep.
Spiraling.
We got the
train.
train. Lift or
Yep. Check. Too many pipes. Check.
Yeah, two. Yep. All right, so these are coal gens.
Yep.
A lot.
Yep.
In a very, very small space.
Yep.
How many?
Too many.
Okay.
Didn't specify.
All right.
So you're gonna have to count, Jace.
All right, let's get counting. Here we go. Vominos.
One goes to two goes. I don't know if that's a children's song.
I don't know.
It's the Sesame Street. 1, 2, 3, 5, 4, 6, 7 at a time.
Oh, yeah.
11, 12. Why did it stop?
40, 50, 60.
30, 40, 50, 60. Just keep going. But yeah, I love this. Super cool location too. Very nice. It's amazing they managed to fit a train like spiral thing in the.
Yep. Yeah, this is tightly packed. They're being efficient with their space for sure.
Merck says it's 80, about 80. Okay, we'll take your word for it.
Yep.
Plus 7 probably.
Someone else said 30. Someone said 48.
Yeah.
You know what? I think we're all right.
It's like those guess how many beans are in the jar. You do that, but with like how many
Yep.
coal gens
Yep.
are in the picture. It's kind of like that. This next one I'm a big fan of. Is that HelloFresh?
No, it's nothing. It's fine.
The
My God!
voided rocket launcher. How did you How?
I thought I would never be surprised by a bean ever again.
Yeah.
And here we are.
What? How?
Firmly surprised.
How is this possible? I've seen beans on trains. I'm like, okay, I can see that happening.
I've seen beans trapped on cliffs where
Yeah.
there's no way they could have ever gotten
Yeah.
there.
But like, how did you get it on the drone?
You know what we need? We need bean on Manta.
Bean on Manta.
Yeah, I'd love to see that.
Dude, we need.
Oh,
that-
I've been around the world.
Shut up. I'm just gonna ban.
Yeah, ban
Oh,
that guy.
He's mod. I can't
He's
ban.
modded. Damn
Oh,
it.
damn it.
What a shame.
Keep fall for that. It kind of looks like it's on like a diving board. It's about. To,
Oh yeah.
It's
yeah.
like, oh, this
one dive up.
The bean is like, oh, this is way higher than I thought.
You can do it, bean.
Yeah.
You got this.
Doing the thing where like it's
Oh yeah, it's just gonna climb down.
climb down and drop from it, but it's like you're still falling just as
Yeah,
far,
it's still
dude.
for like 40 meters.
Yeah.
All right,
Super cool.
incredible. Really good shot.
All right. Get ready, because the next couple of submissions are big.
Okay. So big that they didn't work.
Yep, shut up.
Wow.
Yeah, so from Story Puzzle Headed, we got this
400 colorful fuel generators.
Sharky.
This is incredible.
Yep. And this is the...
I mean, I feel like this could be. First of all, I would live here. Second of all, this could be in any Final Fantasy game.
This reminds me of like when you visit like a beautiful city, like we're so well, we're doing so well for ourselves, and then like the Empire strikes.
Right. It's like the elves are living harmoniously
Yeah,
at the
yeah,
moment,
yeah.
right? But yeah, it's the
Like, everything is
calm before the storm.
100% efficient in this factory.
Yep.
And then the Bean Empire comes.
yeah, and then the Bean Empire
It's
invaded.
always like they would never attack us.
Yep.
And then they attack them right as I say that.
all of a sudden.
Yeah. Always happens. Anyways, this is a super cool, colorful, good use of color for the like different towers.
Yep, and it plays off the reflections of the building.
Yep.
As well, so the materials that we used.
So this is
Well done.
This is in the crater, which we also mention every size.
Do we mention that we never mention it, and that's what we do?
Oh, it's so funny because like in my head I was going, I'm gonna mention this crater, and I didn't think of the fact that we always mention it, and then I said it. I'm like, fuck, I just didn't mean to set that up. But yeah, it's in the crater. What you gonna do about it? Next up is from Kai Sebastian.
Oh, you know what? I could use some donuts right about now.
Yeah?
You got any?
Donuts Plus.
Holy cow!
It's the fucking. I just realized it's the.
It's the pipe.
No,
entrance?
Hypertube answers.
Hypertube entrance. Yeah.
Oh.
Yep. Also, those like windmills there are really sick. Wait.
Yeah. Can we talk about?
Yeah. The big thing looks like a hot air balloon.
Yep.
Super good.
Yep.
Oh, that's so clever.
So I think Kai Sebastian posted the balloon before, but I just love it. It's so funny.
Oh, I dig that so much.
Yeah. So this is like their, their 1 year of progress on their little city.
Oh, incredible! This is like a amazing, adorable little getaway holiday destination. You know, you can like rent a little cabin for a few weeks.
So this reminds me of Katamari Damacy, where like the town, sort of the colors and like the like it's kind of weirdly spaced out, and like what's a rainbow doing in the
right.
Super cool. We have showcased some of this stuff previously.
Yeah,
like the little tugboat.
Oh yeah.
But it's just so nice to see all this like in it's like one big happy family seeing all this stuff.
I would live there.
Yeah, and then here's one of the streets.
Nice. Yeah, I would walk down that street every day, pick up some milk.
And then the milk store's closed.
And then I get really mad and say I hate it here.
Yeah. And then we get the little resort area, sort of beach area.
So good. Oh, the colors on the beach.
Yeah. And the little guard thing.
Oh, lifeguard.
Yeah. Sitting
That's
position.
really cool.
Yeah. Super nice.
This is incredible.
Yeah.
The detail is so good.
Next one is also. Oh, come on. I keep pressing on. Yeah. So this is an overview.
Oh, wow. Wait. Look at the water. Isn't that like a face?
Oh my god, it kind of is.
It is a face.
It's like about to emerge.
Yeah. Well,
Like,
rip this little town. There's something coming.
Uh-oh. This is what I tell you, man. It's the same thing in Final Fantasy as well. Like the peaceful...
Exactly. It's sin.
And then sin.
Yeah,
I was gonna say sin attack.
Sin attack.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh boy, who's psyched for Final Fantasy 16? Not this guy. Never happened. Where's the Final Fantasy crossover? Square Enix. Just saying. Anyways.
Yeah, that's how we'll make it happen.
Yeah,
we'll
by
call that
threatening them.
on stream. Yeah, that's a good idea.
We
Yeah,
threaten
yeah.
them. That's how we do it. It's worked before. Kind of. Next up is from Chaos 1699. We're gonna keep on the theme of big city kind of
This is big.
setups.
This is big.
But this is more futuristic.
Yep.
Kind of like the Jetsons meets Factorio. Satisfactory, I mean.
I'm a huge fan of frame foundations, and I can see a bunch there.
Yep.
Oh man! Oh wow!
Super cool use of like platforming all the conveyor belts and the
This
trains.
is so cool. This would be so cool to walk around.
And then this cool tower situation going
Damn.
on with the drone port.
Super good with the drone port.
Yeah.
I really dig this.
Same.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So this is producing magnetic field generators, and it's 40 per minute, which is a feat by itself. But the fact that Chaos also managed to like
Make it look.
very like believable. Super cool. And
I really dig it.
here's an internal shot.
Ooh.
Internal. Yeah, shot.
Okay.
Yeah, of the
Nice.
tower.
A lot of power storage here.
Yep.
Gonna keep things running even if we run low on power. Oh man, and the like the sunroof or whatever it is up the top there.
Yeah.
You know? Super sick.
And we'll play the same game here. Is it vanilla or is it modded? As in like the effort.
Right.
And then spoiler alert, it's not modded. It's vanilla.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, so 100 hours, roughly.
Holy cow.
Yeah, insane. So good job.
Yeah, GG's.
Yes. So yeah, that's the community highlights.
Actually, maybe we can do one more community highlight, which is this thing here.
Oh yeah.
Just quickly.
Yeah. That also gives me opportunity to fix something.
Okay. So Vincent 2057, their name is, made some cool stuff. They like laser cut these things, or they went in more detail on how it was made. But this is basically a like a nameplate here, which is Happy 4th Birthday for Satisfactory, because we've been out for just over 4 years now, which is pretty huge. And they made some like pipes here as well, which is super cool. So we're keeping them here as part of the set. So thank you very much, Vincent 2057, for that. They look great.
It's super cool when people send us stuff.
Yeah.
It's always like something cool too. It's most of the time, 99.999.
Yeah, sometimes we get some strange stuff.
We've got some strange stuff, but
yeah.
99.999% is always super cool.
Yeah. Super good. But yeah. So every week we do the community highlights, and we take screenshots from people from the Twitter when people use the hashtag Satisfactory screenshots, or from the screenshot flare on Reddit. So if you ever want to submit anything to us for that for consideration, you can do it either by using those two methods, the flare on Reddit or the hashtag on Twitter.
And what we usually also do is we also highlight like a content creator. But this week we're gonna do something a little bit special.
Oh wow! What?
Special.
We're straight. I don't know if I don't like change, Snut.
Oh, you're gonna have to like it.
All right. Okay. Well, you know what? You convinced me.
Yeah.
Okay.
So this week we're highlighting. Actually, it's community driven, so it's still like sort of on topic.
For sure.
But one thing we're highlighting is that we've had a wiki, or we have a wiki, that's been on fandom.com for a long time, and for a couple of reasons that we're not gonna go too deep into, we are deciding to switch to using wiki.gg, and there's a bunch of really lovely community members that have put in the time and effort
No. We're covering the logo.
Oh no, we definitely thought of that. It's this one, right? Yep. Oop.
Okay.
So our lovely editors on the wiki have gone together and migrated the wiki over to wiki.gg, and the experience of using the wiki should just be better in many senses.
Yeah, we feel anyway. Yep.
Yep.
And I mean, more importantly, that's also where the people who contribute to the wiki, want to be. And I think it's important to enable them where we can. So we certainly support the change.
Yep.
And this is actually live as of today.
Yes.
So if you !wiki on Twitch, then you will be able to get the link.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe we can copy paste that and pin it or something on the YouTube.
I bet we could. Let's do it. I'm doing it right now. Y'all can't see it, but I am doing it.
See if you can pin it, maybe. I don't know if that's possible. I think it is on YouTube.
If the chat stops moving, stop chatting for a second.
Oh, no.
Wait, what's going on?
Do you not have perms to...
Oh, that might be it. But I'm not even getting like the... I'm not sure what's going on. But anyways. So yeah, that's something that's been going on for quite some time, and it's now we're making the push.
I'm trying to pin it, but I can't. Yeah.
To move the wiki over.
Yes. If any of our mods on YouTube are watching, could you share the link in the chat on YouTube and pin it if possible? I'm pretty sure pinning is possible on YouTube. I'm pretty sure I've seen it before.
Should probably log back
Yep.
into the
Cool. Yeah. So yeah. See how it goes, and feel free to share any feedback.
Yeah, and one key bit of information too is that anything like update 8 related is gonna be on the new wiki. So if you're looking for update 8 related information, it's gonna be on the new wiki. So don't check the old one, essentially.
Yes.
Yeah, there'll be more info on this further down the line, explaining a little bit more why and go into detail, blah blah blah.
But we're not going to go into too much of it at the moment because obviously we're releasing the update today, so we're going to focus a little bit more on that. But we just want to make you guys aware of that change.
Dope sauce, and that was
Oh, yeah, you could probably pin it there.
Yeah. Oh. I'm gonna copy paste it again.
Oh, there it is. I think Natalie's doing it.
Oh wait, maybe Natalie. Yeah.
Pin.
Pin.
Okay, we got it. And thank you, Natalie, for helping.
Oh.
But we just got it in the end, so appreciate it.
Easy money. Cool. How are we doing on time? We're so ahead.
Are we good?
Yeah, we're good.
Should we chill a little, or?
We can chill a little bit.
Yep.
I just want to open. What was the sketch? What did we plan here? Yeah, we have like a couple of minutes.
Want to just read chat a little for a little bit?
Yep.
Answer some questions. So someone asked about the Fix-It Cup before. We'll actually talk about merch stuff very soon. Okay, so that'll be the next thing. So we'll get to that.
Hold your horses. And then, hold your horses. Is that like a?
I don't know. I can't hold a horse. It's way too much for me.
Yeah, never even seen a horse. Not even sure they exist.
Yeah. Are advanced game settings related to any achievements? No. These are just. We just made the advanced game settings. They're not really leading to anything. They are just what they are.
I guess that's true, because we usually on the stream talk about the video that's come out and answer questions and
yeah. So maybe
people have.
Yeah. I've seen like a lot of comments from people with questions about advanced game settings related to achievements. And I mean, right now we just haven't thought of any of that yet, so we can sort of take care of that later, because we're not really working on achievements right now, but the plan is to do achievements at some point. Probably, I mean, we've been thinking about doing it for 1.0, because then at that point we'll know that the game itself is pretty much locked down, and we don't want to create achievements before we make any major changes, which would maybe make certain achievements like not really relevant anymore. We're probably at a point now where it's probably fairly safe to make some achievements, but I think it's just better we wait until we're kind of just done.
Yeah, you never know what can happen.
Yeah, exactly, for sure. There's not really any super great reason to dive into that right now. Let's see. Who can play experimental? So anyone can play experimental. It's available to anyone who owns the game on Epic or Steam. And if you own the game on Epic, then you will just have a separate Satisfactory game that's in your library, which is Satisfactory Experimental, and you can just install that and play that. On Steam, however, you have to opt into it. So you right-click on Steam in your Steam library, right-click on Satisfactory in your Steam library, click Properties, and I think it's Betas or something like that. And then in there's a drop-down, and I think you can choose Experimental, and then the game will like download the experimental version of the game, and then you can do that. But as always, we recommend you back up your save files whenever you do any of that stuff, and even just switching between branches. It's not as though it's not as though that game doesn't support that. You can switch branches, and your saves will probably be fine. But it's just that weird things happen sometimes that can't be foreseen. So we always just say, as an added precaution, just back up your save files whenever you're messing with which version of the game you're playing.
I also believe on Epic, Cloud Sync isn't even enabled on the experimental branch because we kept like when you're switching the game over and over again, like it causes like a lot of issues. So yeah, be cautious, and if you see a strange pop-up box that says like, "Would you like to copy?" Don't get into strangers' cars.
Newer or older version of the save, like that pop-up pops up. Close the pop-up, back up your saves, and then do whatever.
So you have room to make mistakes.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
because there's a lot of people that get confused because the pop-up is confusing.
Yeah, it's
both on Steam and Epic. It's like,
I mean, I had it just the other day, and I was like, shit, I don't know which one I want.
Which one
immediately, I just backed up, and then I just picked one.
Yeah.
At least I have the backup now.
Yeah. So that's fair. I think we should just jump into the next thing.
Okay.
Because
well, there's one other question that I think we can answer real quick. Is that someone asked, is Unreal Engine 5 version of the game, the engine update that we're doing, going to be in update 8? And yes, so that will be what will be on experimental in 1 hour and 19 minutes precisely. Yeah, that's what's coming with update 8.
Dope. All right, we're gonna talk about merch.
Let's do it.
Let's gonna sell out. Let's go.
Dun, 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 dun,
Anyways, let's switch to the thing. So we've had. Where's the mouse? God damn it! I keep like moving it around. So we're gonna talk about State of Dave.
State of Dave,
which is a different thing than State of Dev. Okay.
Yep.
So Dave is Dave from Heroic Replicas. Heroic Replicas is one of our partners in doing official merch for Satisfactory. Dave has been making some pretty sweet merch. It's funny how, like a couple of years ago, we were struggling to get merch like off the tarmac. And it's
actually it's a really tricky thing.
Yeah.
I think naively we were like, how hard could it be? Very hard is the answer.
And now we're swimming in cool stuff.
Because Dave is a huge fan of Satisfactory. They're super active within the community. Their fingers is on the pulse when it comes to Satisfactory stuff. And they're also incredibly capable of creating replicas, such as this Xenobasher here. And they're also super knowledgeable when it comes to logistics and like getting things going. So it's been an absolute goldmine running into Dave.
Yeah.
And they've been doing a great job with getting like really cool merch out there. And a lot of people have been enjoying them.
So now we're gonna try and what's the word? Make good on all the good stuff Dave's done, and hopefully we can represent Dave in a good manner. So first of all, if you didn't know, there is a website that's called lizarddogger.com. There's a bunch of really cool stuff there. There are, mugs. Obviously, there's 3 different types of mugs. There are replicas. There are shirts and hoodies and that kind of stuff. There's a pen. I've yet to see the pen actually.
You want me to get a pen?
Do you have it here?
Yeah, it's right here.
Go for it.
Right. Be right back.
And Dave has ran 2 Kickstarters. And there's also a ton of plushies. So there's the Lizard Doggo. There's the bean. Got over here. And the big bean, which is that bad boy over there, huge chonker. Like that bean weighs more than my dog. Pretty sure. Yeah, it's full screen.
Yeah.
So
yeah, I got the pen, so now I'm just gonna take a look at it. You guys aren't gonna see it.
What's it? I don't have your product view. Damn it! Like I have to do this thing.
Oh yeah.
Oh, whatever. It's focusing on our faces. Anyways, it's like you hold it and then...
Yeah, so here, the way that the pen works is at the very top here, on this part here, you guys can't see it, but there's actually, at each different point on the pen, there's like a different marking, and so that's for every color that the pen can be in. So blue, red, black, and then also like a lead pencil. And whatever is facing up when you press the button in is what comes out, which is bananas, right? So like now I'm on lead, and then if I pick it back up, turn it around, blue is up, and I push it down, now it's a blue pen.
Wow.
Actually pretty crazy. Yeah, it's kind of gnarly, and it has Satisfactory written on the side here, so you guys can't really see, but they're quite good.
Trust us.
Lizarddogger.com is the merch site, so if you want to get better pictures or whatever of it, you can look over there.
Yep, and it's Anyways, so yeah, there's a bunch of cool stuff, and the way that this has been like sort of coming to fruition is that Dave has ran 2 Kickstarters. They've been both fulfilled, or
I think the first one has
backed.
been. Both the campaigns were successful.
Yeah.
Yep.
And the quick state of things is that like if you're part of the backer for the second campaign, some of the stuff that was like funded through the campaign have now become like pre-order on the website. So if you want to order like the hog, for instance, this little plushie has not been available until now. So now you can pre-order that. There's also a bunch of other stuff I can't remember, but yeah. So some of the stuff is happening. But what about the future? What's coming next?
What is coming next?
Yeah. So
Wait, there's more?
yeah, there is
Holy
more
cow!
because I said he's been running 2 Kickstarters so far.
I thought you were just going to tell us just some stuff and then leave us,
Yeah,
and then we're going to move on.
Yeah, let's do it. This is fucking end it. No, so well, you probably figured out. There's gonna be a 3rd Kickstarter.
Whoa!
It is not live at the moment, probably, because like it was just about that we were able to like, or Dave was able to like get the Kickstarter running. So we're waiting on like it to be, finalized from Kickstarter side of point. Like so once that's done, we can post the link and all that stuff and push it and everything. But there's going to be a 3rd Kickstarter. If you go to lizarddoggo.com, like I mentioned here, not that one, that's one. That's the link. The Kickstarter will be available there as well. So if you're curious, you can check it out and follow us on socials and we'll probably tweet it and all that stuff once it's available. But there's going to be a 3rd Kickstarter essentially.
Wow.
Yes.
No one's ever done 3 before.
No. 3 is right out.
Right out.
So you might be wondering, like, what's gonna be in the 3rd Kickstarter? Well, we can actually show you some stuff that's gonna be in the Kickstarter. So first of all,
Give me one of those bad boys.
Fixmas. We got Fixmas sweaters. Yeah.
So cool.
I especially love this one with like the conveyor belt and the lizard doggo running around.
Super good.
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah. This one is way too big for me, but you get the point. I can like.
It looks cozy. You're gonna be warm in winter.
Dude, I live in there.
Yeah, I would live there. I would live there.
So yeah, this is gonna be some Christmas sweaters.
Fixmas sweaters in June. Yes.
I also love that picture on the left.
Yeah, it's super good.
Yeah. So they're gonna be 3 sizes. Large, extra large, and extra large, extra large. And hopefully, fingers crossed, they should be available in November once the Kickstarter and all that goes through and stuff. If the Kickstarter goes through.
Yeah. So hopefully they'll be So someone's saying in June, the prototype's here now in June, but it takes time to get these stuff into production. So the plan is to hopefully have them for the winter.
Yes. If the Kickstarter goes through, essentially.
Yes.
One next thing on the list here is that there's going to be like an embroidered set. I'm going to hide us as well so we get the full experience.
Wow, the full experience is incredible.
Oh, the fucking countdown is also covering it up.
Oh,
but
no.
Here we go, full on. But yeah, this is going to be an embroidered patch set as well. You can order in the thingamajig, and it's a set of 6, and can be sewn or can be ironed.
Ironed, yep.
Is the word. And then something really cool that's also going to be available on this Kickstarter is that's going to be a skateboard.
Here I am, doing anything I can.
Dude, you're going to get copyright infringement.
Oh, yeah,
you're
true.
Too good.
I'm too good at this.
It's too spot on.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's going to be a skateboard with some Satisfactory artwork made by Joe Swatson. Joe Swatson made this artwork for a previous fan contest, sort of, where we had fans like made fan art, and then we would make merch out of that essentially. And
Trouble on the Line, was this one called?
Yes,
I think so.
I
think it was called that. I might be wrong actually.
So there might be some shirts floating around with this artwork, but this is perfect for the skateboard. And there's two versions of this. There's the laminated Northwest maple deck, which is just a deck, and if you want to buy it and hang it on your wall, you can do that. But there's also the Canadian 7-layer hard maple kit,
Holy cow.
which includes the deck, bearings, trucks, wheels, anything you need to actually ride it as a skateboard. And then, yeah, anything you might need related to that. So like grip tape and risers and, all the tools that you might want to, the skateboarding tools that you might need.
I want one of those because I do actually need a new skateboard.
Yeah, and like I was going to make a bid here, be like, oh, Jace, I don't skate. So I don't know anything about this, but...
If you still want to do the bit, we can rewind.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
it's really cool.
Yeah, very cool. Do you skate, Jace?
I love skateboarding.
Cool. What does any of this mean?
Means you get bonus points when you do a backflip.
It's like the stuff. It's like the wheels and the things that wheels are on.
Yeah. So the hardware being, I think the screws and everything. You got the trucks as well, which hold the wheels, the bearings to make the wheels spin. Risers, I think, are between the trucks and the board.
Yeah,
things like that.
So yeah, it's very fancy.
And the skateboard tool, by the way, the most incredible tool. You can do everything with that tool that you need.
So long as
it's just one little T tool, super good.
So long as it's related to skateboarding.
Yeah, you can't do anything else beyond that.
Yeah. Hence the name. Kind of makes sense.
Yep.
Next up is there's more.
Oh,
is Lightbox, and this artwork is made by Nanditas. It's also a fan art contest winner, and we've actually had it right there.
It's been here all along.
Well, it's kind of hard to see though.
Should I try and get it, or do you want to get it?
Yeah, you can try and get it.
Right.
And it's kind of hard to see because of the lights, but maybe we can turn it down and see. It's really cool. It's like a little. Oh. Oh. You had one job.
Sorry.
I can't believe it. But it's hard to see on camera, but it's like layered. So it's like sort of 3-dimensional.
Can we turn lights off?
Yeah. There we go.
Ooh, this is very
roomy. So can you see the 3D effect? Sort of, kind of. Really cool. If you have someone you fancy, you can sort of give it to them, and maybe they'll take a hint. I don't know if you've seen the Reddit.
No, I haven't.
So somebody posted on a Reddit like a kind of picture like that was not this, but like sort of same vibe. And they wrote like, my friend made this and wanted me to post it, and then the next day or like a couple of days later, they posted another picture and it's like, my girlfriend posted it.
Oh,
they're supposed to, and people are like, whoa, wait. You said friend in the first.
Yeah.
Whoa. And then
all right.
like, I took the hint.
So studies show that this increases likelihood of
Yeah. And this is what it looks like, and it's pretty thick. Can you get it back?
Sure.
Put it
Anything
back.
for you, buddy.
Yeah. Pretty fancy. All right. And it is USB powered. It has an inline power switch. It's acrylic, and it's got paper in it, and it's LEDs and all that good stuff. Yeah. it's if you gift this Lightbox to anyone, just might want to be a boyfriend or girlfriend. Maybe they'll get the hints. Next up is also something really dope. Something we've also been working on for quite some time. And it is a fully functional boombox mini, in parentheses.
Holy cow!
Yeah. So
blasts away insects. Actually, if you play the right song, yeah.
So it's not a full size boombox. It is on the smaller size. It's like something like that ish. I don't know. It's hard to scale as well because like how big am I?
Yeah.
But it's
as soon as 8 feet tall.
So it could be really big, or I'm really small. You never know. But yeah, it can play audio cassettes, so it's like old school.
Cool.
What even is an audio cassette? Oh shit!
I'll be right back.
All right, mom's calling. So it can play audio cassettes just like any regular old classic boombox from the 80s. It's got AM and FM shortwave radio receiver. All that stuff, dials. You can set the volume if you want to. And it's got headphone jack and antenna and all that stuff. And it's both set for US and EU, so it's got both 120 and 220 volts, and it has power cables for both EU and US. It also features 4 D-cell batteries. Does it have the bass boost? Shit, that's a good point. We gotta work that in. But one really cool thing with the boombox, this one, is that it also can play like MP3 files via like an SD card, or you can put in like a USB thumb drive. It also got Bluetooth, so you can like use your phone and then play through that. So you can bring it to the beach and be like, well, look at me, I got a boombox from a game. And then everyone's like, what game? It's like Satisfactory. Shit!
And they'll be like, whoa, Satisfactory!
Dude, by the way,
Oh,
I forgot about this. I completely forgot about this. I really want to mention this. On the way on the train here, on the way,
right.
I was working on not this presentation, but another one, on the wiki one. And someone on the train was like, "Oh, are you into Satisfactory?" And I was like, I was knee deep, so I was like, yeah. He's like, "Oh, cool. Do you know when they're gonna drop the update?" And I'm like, I think they're gonna like stream or something today. And he's like, "Oh, cool. I gotta check that out." So hi, if you're watching this, the dude from the train. Sorry.
press 1 in the chat if you're the dude from the train.
I really hope he's here.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Oh, look, look. Oh, they've got a lot of accounts.
Wait.
Holy cow.
Damn, you got a lot of accounts. Yeah.
Wow, you got like all these different hands typing at the same time. That's incredible.
Oh, I can't believe I just thought of that. Anyways, boombox. Yeah, cool. Very cool. Yeah, you can use your phone. And yeah. And one common question that I think people are gonna have is like, does that mean that we're gonna start producing cassette tapes? And no, not at this moment. But we've included there's like, it's got like a microphone in it, so you can actually record your own like bootleg kind of mixtapes.
Yep. Sick.
Sick, yeah. You can sing the Satisfactory soundtrack into it, and then it'll be just like you're there.
Wow.
So yeah, that's most of the stuff that's coming for the Kickstarter. Pretty stoked. We still don't have like a link to it just yet because we're waiting on it to kick in.
Yeah.
fully.
So, but stay tuned. Check out lizarddogger.com. Right.
Yep.
Information will be there.
And you may be thinking like, oh, cool, boombox sounds rad. So you saved the best for last. Yeah, we did. That wasn't the best. So like,
true.
There's something else that's coming to the Kickstarter.
Oh, what could it be?
Yeah.
I wonder.
And I'm gonna pull up the slide.
All right. It's going to be a really powerful slide, though. Hopefully,
Here it
we've
comes.
got enough fuel gens
All right,
up
here's
and running.
Ah, shit.
Wait.
Oh,
The lights are out again.
God damn it. Classic.
The lights are out.
Yeah.
Oh. How annoying.
Yeah. It always happens during stream. Oh, I think I got it.
Wait, turn yours.
Wait, do you want? Okay. Yeah. All right. Bam.
Wait, did I shoot myself in the balls? All right. Yeah.
How do we
explain this? Snoot?
Wait. Ooh. Ooh.
So, as some of you might know, I'm going to be leaving. Snoot isn't, but you can always get a Jace of your own.
So this is fucking like years in the making.
Yeah.
Holy shit.
I think I made a joke about this on a stream like 3 years ago.
Well, not only that, but we also had like one meeting with like production, and we're like thinking of merch. And I'm like, what are we gonna do with merch? That was even before we had merch.
Yeah.
And we were like, we could make a body pillow out of me and Snoot. I was like,
Yeah. But then we told Dave, and Dave was like, hey, if you get the art, I make the pillows. So we contacted Sophie, our concept artist here at Coffee Stain, and we're like, hey, I don't know, are you interested in maybe doing the art for this? She's like, yes, I'm doing it. Don't let anyone else do the art. I'm doing it. So this was drawn by Sophie, our artist. I've got my little poop plushie here. He's in my videos. And Snoot is there with...
so it's like, if you can't choose, you roll the pillow over.
We got both of us.
Yeah, got both of them. So you can pick like which one you want during that night, I guess, or something. I don't know. You're sleeping.
Or if you just, need something to cuddle while watching TV. I don't know.
I wish I would have recorded it, but before I was sitting like this, like.
Oh yeah, I wish I recorded that when I walked in. Yeah,
it's so funny.
Yeah.
So yeah, these are really high quality like pillowcases.
Yeah.
So what you're getting from the Kickstarter, let's get back to reality here for a second. So it's the pillowcase is the thing. The pillowcase is 50 by 150 centimeters. So now you can actually get our size if you use your math. And it's
some of the messages are so funny. I am wildly disappointed. No. same.
Oh,
Very good.
This is the best timeline.
Yeah, we're here. We're here. Hey, buddy.
It's gonna be a limited run. So I forget how many, or maybe you haven't decided actually, but it's like there's only gonna be a couple of them. So
Yeah, and they're right here.
Yeah.
So fight us for
yeah,
it.
fight 'em.
Anyway, so I guess I should put this body pillow back.
Yeah, I'm just gonna like. Wait. Can we,
Sorry, wrong one.
can we actually?
Yeah,
do
yeah.
this?
Let's just leave that on the stream for a bit.
Yeah.
You guys have fun.
We should just do the entire stream like this now.
So what's coming in update 8, Snap?
All right. Wow, I'm really comfortable.
Yeah, same.
I'm really comfortable right now.
Well, hey, Snow, what's coming in update 8?
That's what I sound like.
All right. That's enough of that.
Anyways,
Here. You got it.
I want me looking up at us.
Oh my god, every
during-
time I look down, I see
Yeah.
Snoop's face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's happening.
Anyways,
Sorry, not sorry.
a little bit of slide. This is by popular demand. Anyways, so yeah, that's coming for the Kickstarter too.
Yeah. If you're wondering who asked for this, there was so many people, actually. 2 people.
Maybe. Potentially.
Us.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then you got it, baby.
Yeah, we got it. Next stop, toilet flush DLC.
Yeah. So I already seen this question a couple of times, and it's a little bit unfortunate that we couldn't have like the Kickstarter running as the stream went on, but
Yeah.
partly we realized last second, let's do the release on Tuesday. Actually decided last week.
Yeah, literally. Yeah.
So Dave didn't get a lot of heads up, but yeah, it might be live now actually, but I don't think it is because I would have gotten an email, and I haven't gotten an email. Let me just double check before I.
Okay. Where's the timer gone? Well, it's blocking some stuff. We're gonna put the timer back in a second.
Yeah. So it's not currently live, but it will be live any day now. It might be live today or tomorrow, or sometime this week. There'll be a link.
We'll also be talking about it again. Later,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So
Definitely. We'll talk about it in next coming streams too, and all this stuff. So yeah, it'll be live sometime this week. Stay tuned. You can also follow Heroic Replicas if you want like any more news. You can check out the website. And the Kickstarter will run a month roughly. Same thing with all the other Kickstarters. And another really cool thing that's happening is that Dave is also doing a like Xenobasher giveaway.
Wow.
So we're giving away a replica Xenobasher, plus
crazy.
a whole lot of other merch. And that way that's going to work is same kind of deal there. It's tied into the Kickstarter, so same thing. Like once the Kickstarter goes live, that you'll be able to like join in on that like giveaway. There's going to be like a gleam.io page, and yeah, the link is you're gonna find the link in the Kickstarter and on the website once the campaign goes live, essentially. And what website was that? That was this website. Lizarddoggo.com.
maybe we can pin it on YouTube as well. And on Twitch users, you can !merch with the command. You're gonna get a link. You can just click it immediately. Hell yeah!
Chat is moving too fast.
Oh, you got to do the other one, right?
Yeah.
Where you
Oh
look.
no, I'm wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why do I have two
I don't know.
chats?
I don't know how you managed to do that, but
Don't worry about it. Where is the other one?
yep. I wish I could say something, but we're actually at the end of the segment, so I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do.
It's also I'm the one who has all the information.
Yeah. Oof, you almost closed that.
No.
I just send it again, so you've got it from the official account. Yeah. It's true.
That's
yeah.
why the page is like, come on, stop. I don't know what it is, but it's like one of the most stressful things in life is chasing a comment. In
Oh
chat.
yeah.
As it's,
Every
like,
single time you
moving.
click, it moves. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, check out the link. Check the merch that we have. Pre-order any upcoming merch that you may have missed out on in previous. I'm gonna leave it on for a bit. Actually, show the countdown.
Yep.
And yeah, good times will be had by all, hopefully. All right, cool stuff. And now, where's Hannah? Hannah, if you're watching, come here. Come here. Because now we're gonna do a fun little thing.
Yes, and we will have a special guest
Yes.
called Hannah.
Yes, you may know Hannah before if you
Hello.
watch the streams.
I can message them.
Yes. I got immediately tagged on Twitter for the body pillow. Anyway, we're gonna be doing a little thing together with our level designer Hannah, where we're going to be rating all the biomes in
Wow.
Satisfactory. Yeah.
Rating them.
Yeah. You know how like, yeah. No. Shut up. You know how some biomes are better than others? Just like
Objectively speaking, yeah.
objectively
Yeah,
speaking.
it's true.
We're gonna figure out which ones are which.
Which ones they are.
Yes.
Maybe I need to go and
Go get them. Or sneaky.
a wild
Hello.
a wild hamburger appeared. Where's Hannah sitting? Middle?
In the middle?
Yep. Come on
Oh.
through.
All right, all right,
I'm
all right.
so sorry.
No, I have to be close to these body pillows. I'm not sure I'm okay with
Okay.
that.
Okay, well, do you want us to move it?
I'll live.
We could do double, so you want like Mimi, Jaces, so like two double.
I
Or
think it's probably enough.
you can also pick if you want three Jaces. Or three.
No one wants 3 Jaces.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
But welcome.
Yep.
This is Hannah,
Hi.
our world level designer,
Yes.
who's worked very hard on the world in Satisfactory.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff in this update, actually.
Yeah. Yeah, we did make a video about it as well. So if you haven't, if you're not following us on YouTube, we did make a video talking about all the world changes, but we also actually posted one of the streams that we did with you,
Yep.
where you joined us and we actually flew through the world and just talked about all the like tiny little changes that has happened. So there's a lot of new stuff.
Yep.
Yeah, and a little bit of how it works too, like to build a space like this.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're interested in that process, then there's videos, there's
Yes.
content for that on our channel.
And that video was also like we grabbed from we grabbed from the stream and we're like, it's a long ass video.
Yep.
No one's gonna watch it because it's a long ass video.
Yeah.
And then a ton of people watch
there's
it.
so many people watching
Yeah.
that video. Yeah.
There seems to be a rise in appreciators of long form content.
Yeah.
Which I'm really happy about.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
I'm one of those people too.
Yep. No,
So-
it was perfect second monitor.
Yeah, yeah.
you know,
like you're
content.
doing stuff and it's just on the side
Yep,
and you
yep.
just occasionally look over and
Yep.
it's pretty chill. So
So yeah, we're gonna be rating biomes. I wanted to do this last time we streamed,
Yeah.
but we didn't finish in time. But here we are now to do it. So if anyone's never seen this before, this is Tier Maker. It's a also kind of like a established content type on YouTube where
Yep,
people
yep.
rate fun stuff.
Can we? Is it possible to move the countdown a little to the bottom?
No, but
Okay.
I can do it anyways.
Good one.
Dun,
Dun 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 dun. Okay.
I'll lock that in place right there.
Yep.
So yeah, biomes, good stuff, huh? Some are super cool and some.
What are biomes?
Yeah.
biomes, I guess they're like different areas within the game map that are separated by climates, like color scheme, kind of the type of plants and assets that we use there. Essentially, kind of like I'd look at it in real life, like a forest is a different biome from a desert because it's just a very different atmosphere
Easy.
in many ways. So
Yes. And people might be wondering, like, but how are we gonna rate biomes? Is it just on looks? Is it just based on like
that's what I'm wondering
resources?
too. 'Cause, like,
That's
how
also
should
what
I-
I'm wondering.
Yeah.
Should I do
These
this?
fools have no idea.
It's brainchild.
Yeah. and So
yeah,
like,
yeah, I'm
is
in
it-
trouble.
Is it just on looks? Is it like, are there good resources in the area, or were they a pain in the ass to work on? There are a lot of factors that
Yeah,
play into
Yeah,
here.
there's plenty.
Yeah, we're gonna go through these. I'm not sure if we actually have every single biome, and it's also like a little bit of like, what counts as that biome
Yes.
in this list, or like,
Yeah, because like
Ah.
we kind of subdivide things a little bit differently depending on department and who looks at it, because
Yep.
we have different purposes with these biomes. So
yeah. And I'm also gonna be like, I think you're gonna be very aware of like most of these, but there's some areas that I'm like, where the hell is this? I don't think I've ever
I
seen this.
should maybe we should do a GeoGuessr at some point.
Oh, GeoGuessr and Satisfactory would be
Yes.
incredible.
Good.
Yes.
Yeah.
I would probably.
Yeah, that's Rocky Desert Grass.
Yeah.
Grass.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, these are in order of alphabetical order, but
Okay.
I think we're gonna start with Grassfields.
All right.
Because Grassfields is, Grassfields. The one that we recommend as a starting area.
Yep.
There's some division in community whether that should be the starting area or not.
I mean, there's an option for a reason.
Yeah, I know, right? So yeah, Grassfields, vanilla, kind of, right?
Yeah,
It's like-
Grassfields it's all right. It's kind of boring, especially for us, I guess, Europeans, like Western Europeans, because it's like it's a very familiar landscape. We know this kind of stuff.
Yeah.
We see it a lot. It's very Earth-like, and I mean, for me, it's also just like the amount of times I see people playing Grassfields, because people usually start in Grassfields. It's like,
Yeah.
I've seen this bio.
It's like a pretty good song that's been played too much.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
kind of energy.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
But it's inviting. It's home.
Yeah.
Pretty homey.
Yeah.
Also, it has the big arch.
The big arch is pretty
Big
cool.
arch,
And,
cool.
I mean, I like the small little changes that we did for this update to it. Like, I think it upgrades it a little bit to more like that alpine feel, like Sound of Music feeling that you can get.
Yep.
Which is nice. It's a comfortable place to be. So.
Yep.
But yeah, so this is all of us rating this, by the way. It's not just like Hannah's.
Okay,
making
good.
it.
Thank
But
God.
you're gonna get like the final. If we're like uneven or anything like
Right,
that, you're
sure.
gonna get the final tally.
Nice.
But like, I'm kind of feeling middle down the middle
Yeah.
down the middle.
Literally middle, right?
It's pretty
Yeah.
mid. Yeah.
Firmly. And looking at chat, there's a lot of people saying like I see a lot of B's and C's
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
general,
Yeah.
but there's some A's, some S's as well. But I think
Average it out.
yeah,
There's an F right there.
there is an
which
F.
it's not on the scale, but I appreciate it
Yeah.
anyway.
Let's see here, which one we chose to be. Next one we're gonna do. What's the order? It's Grassfields, Dune Desert, right? The top four. I mean, the starting.
Of the
area.
starting areas.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's Grassfields, Rocky Desert, Dune Desert. and
Rocky
Forest.
Desert is the next one. Yeah. So let's see, which one is that one? It's a little finicky with like the little icons.
Oh boy.
Oh no, did I forget? Oh, I know which one this is. Oh, big deal.
Can you tell which one
I
it
think
is
I
from
saw
up there?
I saw it pass by.
Oh, maybe I did.
Oh, you're going to down.
There it
There.
is. Yeah. Okay.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Now I remember
Yeah,
because
okay.
it's this one. Yeah.
Yes.
Because we did the 80s style trailer and Rocky Desert had that
the
like
retro wave.
Yeah, exactly.
Feeling. Yeah.
Rocky Desert. So this is the area that I've played the most.
Right.
This is the
Me too.
first area I ever played in ever when I played Satisfactory.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not actually true because I did play our early build where like I played in the original first starting location,
Which is Northern Forest.
which
then.
is Northern
Yeah.
Forest. But when I did my first like actual playthrough of the game,
Mm-hmm.
I played in Rocky Desert and I couldn't find any goddamn resources.
Yes. I mean, Rocky Desert is an interesting one because we looked at that one, and that's kind of the last starting area that we truly fixed and for this update specifically. And it was also the most problematic one because it was kind of the one that was the left alone for the longest amount of
Right.
time. So it had a lot of inherent issues, kind of the stuff that we talk about with the non-uniformly skilled cliffs. So I have, I'm a little bit frustrated with this area because I'm just like, oh, there was so much wrong and there's not a lot. I just patched it. I couldn't fix everything I wanted to, but you know, that's game dev life.
That's game does, yeah.
I think it's better now than it used to be structurally because it used to be so shit to navigate because it didn't have any roads and like driving around there was so frustrating, which is better now. So that's nice.
It's so funny hear you say all this stuff and then everyone's like, hey.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, I think I would rate it a little bit higher than Grassfields, mostly because I'm less bored with it. Because I have seen it less, and I think with the lighting, it's pretty cool. It's more alien.
Yeah, I kind of agree because I feel like I've picked that one every single time I start a new game just because I've played so much Northern Forest, I played so much
Right.
Grassfields when I'm testing. Dune Desert is too much for me. I can't start there.
Yeah.
And hey, blue palm trees.
Right.
I
And
fucking
it's
love
also
blue
like a
palm
good spot because you like run up to Northern Forest, you get a bunch of stuff there. You also have the oil and like
Yeah.
the
Go around the
gold-
corner kind of thing. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
yeah.
It's
I was
chill to
gonna say A personally.
Yeah. Yeah,
But it's
I can
also
get that.
literally home for me because most of my time has been spent there. Like my
Yeah.
main save was there.
Yeah, nice.
But yeah, like you can like super easily access so many different other areas from there. Yeah, I dig it.
it's a
then-
chill place.
And a lot of people in chat saying A as well.
Yeah.
So
So we're kind of in agreement here, I guess.
yep. All right.
This,
All
this
right.
is totally a democracy.
All right. Next up is the Dune Desert.
Dune
Or is
Desert.
Northern Forest before Dune Desert in the? in the list? I can't remember.
I think it is. I think it's Dune Desert
Yeah,
last.
we're gonna do it.
Well,
Anyways.
just do this one now.
We're doing this one anyways. So Dune Desert.
Dune Desert. Dune Desert is my excuse me. Excuse
Go on,
me.
go
Dune
on.
Desert is my baby.
Oh, okay.
Like Dune Desert was the first area that I truly made by myself entirely from scratch. It was also like one of the first areas
You
that
put it
I-
straight in D. Good
Yeah,
one.
I'm offended now. We're gonna
Yeah.
have words about this
Wow,
later.
that's an HR strike. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh shit! I'm actually getting a message right now from
Yeah,
HR.
oh, no.
It's shit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Good. I'm
Some
sorry.
people think, wow,
There's a lot of S's here.
There's a lot of S's. There's C's. There's
So-
A's.
Yes. So I feel like Dune Desert is the one that I think structurally is one of the best areas for this game because it has so much open space, but it can also still it has like very condensed foliage, a lot of open space. It's a really chill building area. And I think the vibes are also pretty fucking good there.
Yeah.
Like
Yep.
we developed quite a few unique assets for the area, and it's one of the areas that went through the biggest kind of cycle of pre-production and
Yeah.
effort of making this into something special.
Dune Desert has a really interesting development cycle.
Yes.
So it's
Actually.
interesting
Dune Desert
game.
and Spire Coast, I think, have the most.
Yeah,
interesting
because
devs.
they both had very different versions up for a while, like playable, before we got back to them and made some really big changes.
And also, in Update 8, the Dune Desert has a really sick world perimeter vista.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Yeah, so
it
you guys
adds
haven't seen
so
that yet. You
much
guys
to
will.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
So
does.
it's actually really gorgeous.
So,
now with
so that's sort of
in
what
the
saves
back.
it a little bit for me. It's like it looks so much better. Well, it's probably the best looking area, I think. If not, it's top 3 easily for me.
I just love deserts. Man.
Yeah,
I, love
I just hate
deserts.
playing in it.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
I can get that.
But what are we thinking here? Is it like?
For me it's S. For me
Okay.
it's S tier.
I think we'll go with S actually, because I don't think I'm so low in the like my stance on it, and I think I'm outmaneuvered.
Yeah, I was tossing up between A or S.
Yeah, so let's go with S.
Let's go with S, sure. And a lot of chatters is saying S as well. So let's.
All right,
let's
and
factor that
then
into it as well.
I think this one is Northern Forest. I'm just gonna double check my notes.
My little snoots.
It's the one that's like bottom. Like left.
Oh yeah,
bottom.
yeah, the bottom.
Yeah. Also, one confusing thing is like these shots were taken before Update 8, so
Right.
like they're not 100% up to date. But,
Yeah, and I see some of them are technically sub-biomes, but it's fine.
yeah, exactly. And some of these are sub biomes. So that's what I meant before with like which ones do we include in the list or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah.
So we might just, but we'll spend most of the time on these like 4 major ones, and then we'll sort of skim through the rest one.
All right.
So Northern Forests.
Yes.
This is popular in community because
Yep.
it's got like so many rich ores.
Yeah.
And I think most people just like rich ores. Let's go.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
that's
Gameplay-wise, it's very strong.
But what about the floating rocks, chat? Okay.
Ooh.
Are there enough floating rocks in
But
the area? I don't know.
I mean, can always add more.
Yeah.
Always add more. That's like. I'll do
Yeah,
that
if
in a
you like
heartbeat.
the rocks, these are the ones that were added by accident. Imagine if you let her just go wild.
Right?
Yeah.
If I actually got an okay for this.
Yeah.
Because we picked this as like a harder, like this is more difficult starting area, and I don't know if we actually have the intention of it's more difficult. It's like they're all different, but they
It's a different challenge, mainly because of how like dense it is and
Yeah.
how much height differences there are. So it's harder to build from the start unless you're already familiar with the game and you know how to kind of overcome the landscape and the nature.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. So a lot of people saying A is. I was thinking A or S. Probably S.
It's the OG area. Like
Yeah.
it is
True.
the first one that was ever built. It has undergone the most changes. Like
Yeah.
it looked very different before. It was more kind of grass fields-esque before and
Mm-hmm.
very very different palette, like very blue. And as in memoriam for the poor willows, I want to
True. True.
I want to give this a. Yeah, I mean, I think also with the visual updates that we did to it, I'm very happy with how it turned
Yeah,
out.
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
one of my favorite areas visually too.
I really loved the rework that we did. There were some people
Yeah.
who were still partial to the old look.
I
Change is hard.
I
But also,
understand.
you could have that as a preference. But I personally, I really dig the new look.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, because it's like I understand because it feels less alien because we kind of had a different intent with this area than it was originally built with the reworks to make it a little bit more, I guess, feel like it all fit together. And because if you have a palette that doesn't necessarily work, like color-wise, then that can feel alien. But it wasn't really a deliberate thing on our end. It was more kind of like, we hadn't worked on this area for a while,
Yeah.
so yeah.
Cool.
But
Cool.
you know, I also still miss the willows.
Yeah.
Is there still any willows left in the game, or are they all gone now? It used to be like that one spot.
Yeah, I think because
You're
the
gonna have to find out,
last
Chad, I
ones
guess.
I think were left in Titan Forest, and in some of the tests I did for Titan Forest for the new look there, I included the willows, but I was overruled. No, it was.
Got to put one on Paradise Island.
Just
That's
one.
where
I mean,
everything
that's
goes
kind of
to
fitting,
die.
yeah.
That's where
Like,
everything goes to die.
I'll be happy, like at least to have one willow in this game. It'll be there, and
Yeah.
some people might be mad at me, but I don't care. I'll do it.
All right.
I'll do it. Bribe me. I'll do
So,
it.
all right, let's do the new areas. And
Titan Forest.
Titan Forest it's the
Second
old.
last one.
There it is. Yeah. Cool. So Titan Forest. This is an old thumbnail. So it's the old
Oh
tree.
yeah, that's
Yeah.
the old one.
But,
that looks very different.
So Titan Forest. What would you say on a number before? A, B, C, D?
Before?
Yeah.
D.
Yeah, I
D.
would say deep.
Before was D.
How
It
would-
was so hard to navigate.
How are we
It was
feeling now?
Yes. Now, I still think it's not the best because like the way it was kind of structured on like a landscape level and cliff level was pretty hard to repurpose.
Mhm.
And we didn't really have time to do the most comprehensive rework there because yeah, otherwise other areas we wouldn't get time for those. But I think it has significantly improved, but it's still not my favorite area. I think we kind of rescued it from the D tier, and now it's probably somewhere in B.
Ooh, I was gonna say C.
C.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm thinking in terms of like, is there a lot of like resources and stuff that to play?
it's
with?
very exploration heavy.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's, and I mean, one
I'm
thing
thinking
that
like
I think is
utility-wise.
really cool about it is tree houses.
Yep.
You can build, I think, really cool structures in this area
Yeah.
now, with the new trees and the new collision around
Yeah,
there.
I think I'm more B actually. It's like it's a
Okay.
cool spot. I agree that it's not like the best resource wise,
Mhm.
but it's like a cool spot. It's a cool spot to like. Whoops! Oops! I just placed it.
Oh
there.
no! Oh,
See,
I
so
got
I'm gonna
choices
say
there.
C because if this isn't C, what is?
I mean, that's the problem.
Yeah. I mean, they're all good. We're not saying that they're, you know.
I think there might be some areas that would be in C and D tier because they're the ones that we haven't gotten to yet.
Well,
Like
there's
some-
another. I mean, there's like the red bamboo thing. That can go in
Like-
D because of all the spiders. That goes straight into D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, my vote is C.
It's
My vote is
also
C for
broken
this one.
currently.
What,
so yeah.
what's the final tally?
I would say C plus.
C plus. Moving on.
Sure,
All right,
sure.
cool. Next up we have red.
So
jungle.
for time, we'll have to be a bit quicker on
Yeah,
each
yeah,
one,
yeah.
I think.
All
Yeah.
right.
Red jungle is this one.
Oh, yes.
That thumbnail is
Again,
nowhere near.
ancient.
Yeah,
Ancient
yeah.
thumbnail.
But Red Jungle-
That was the Christmas palette, and I've developed a distaste for the Christmas palette in the red and green.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I quite like the new look. Like it was they were fairly simple changes that we did. Mostly just get rid of the green. That was like the biggest impact.
It's a lot cooler, I think, now that it's
Uh,
just red because it looks more alien.
Yes.
Yep.
And it's got that really humid jungle feel. Everything's red. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. Lots of spiders though.
But
Yep.
yeah, but it
And
is-
the new cog.
yeah,
Oh yeah.
Yep, the new
yeah,
cog is
it's
there.
not it's a hazardous area. It's got a bunch of like late game resources in it. It's like maybe not the best for building unless you want a challenge.
But I think it's one of
So
the
what does it have going for it then? Like it
Ex-
looks kind of cool.
exploration.
It's cool.
It's pretty fun
yeah.
to run around there and find stuff.
Right.
Because it really feels because it's so kind of tight and like it's
Yep.
a little bit
I
a
would
little bit of a maze.
I would be
fun way,
generous
I
and
hope.
give it a C
Mm.
because of spiders. There's a spider factor.
Yeah.
The stinger.
Yeah.
They're terrifying.
Yeah. I mean,
It's hard to build there.
I don't know if they if that got fixed though, because I think some of that was intentional, like the amount at least.
S for spider.
All right, Hannah, give me the final
Yeah.
tally here.
What's
Let's
the?
let's do C. Let's
Right.
do C.
Okay.
Cool. Let's do bamboo fields right after this one.
That's D. Right, the way
Wait.
that the state it is in now, I think.
It's not in this list. Bamboo fields.
I see it there though.
it's-
left
Is
left
it?
bottom and then the second one.
Yeah, second from the left
Did
on the
I
bottom.
miss?
There,
wait.
oh, there it is. There it is.
Oh, red bamboo. I was like looking
It's
for B.
just no bamboo
Yeah.
fields.
Gotcha. This one?
The red is pretty redundant.
Yeah. Okay. Bamboo fields.
Yes. It's broken right now,
Yeah.
so D tier. that's my.
We were gonna try and fix
But-
it up for this update, but we couldn't.
Yeah,
get
there
it.
were some technical
Yeah.
difficulties with that, with the engine change.
So there's more coming.
It will get some love.
But I think you know, if my dream comes true, it will be at least B tier.
I actually legitimately love the way bamboo fields. One time when I was like flying through, like I love this, and you're like, oh shit, this is broken. I'm like, wait, what?
Yeah, I mean it's broken in some ways and not in others. It's just
What's the
mainly a structural problem. Plus, you know,
tiny ass Crater Lakes? Is the
Crater
one that's
Lakes.
close to there.
Yes.
And that's this one with balloon trees.
Yeah, that's it.
Yep.
It's all right.
That's all
I
right.
mean, the craters are pretty cool, but it's not a super interesting place. It has quite a lot in common with grass fields, but like it's slightly more alien than that. So
I kind of like it. I
Yep.
put my coal.
B or A
factor-
maybe?
Yeah.
B? Not A?
B, A, maybe B.
no, I don't think it's
It's
like,
not A? Maybe to the left of Grassfields, though. So B, but above Grassfields.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep.
All right.
All right.
Again, a reminder for time here. So let's...
Exactly. So let's do Abyss Cliffs, which is one of the spots where you can find one of the new hogs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's super tiny. I mean, it's like mostly you travel through it. You don't really you don't spend a lot of time there. So it's like
Yeah, but it's the only way to get to the swamp from the grass fields. So therefore, it's S
no,
tier.
you can Eastern Dune
S
Forest is the main route.
But this one is hard to drive on. So
I think it's pretty cool for exploration and stuff.
yeah.
Give it like a B.
I mean the whole like void beneath you is pretty cool. Like
all right.
as
You
a
think
concept.
C?
I would say C.
Yeah,
Okay.
I think C.
Blue crater. We have to mention
Which
the blue
is
crater.
which is the pink image.
Which is
That's
the
the
pink-
first
good one.
image.
Yep. No, I know.
Very blue. I think blue crater is really cool as a concept, but I think it could use a little bit of polish.
Oh, you heard it here first.
Yeah.
Could
I
be
mean,
better.
we're hoping to still fix that one up a little bit, but I think it's largely fine.
So where's it going?
I would say B probably.
B?
It's got a lot of good.
That's not
resources.
B.
That's not B.
Keep
Yeah.
forgetting this name.
Yeah.
And
In
it's,
Swedish, the A and B
yeah,
is
yeah.
the other way around.
You don't need to. You
What?
don't need to excuse me. I messed up. I goofed. I goofed. Okay.
Right.
This one is. This is one of the smaller areas. Coral Cliffs. Which one is that?
Coral Cliffs.
Yeah.
Um, is that in part of the swamp or is that
It might be.
a part of Spire Coast? I'm not sure.
I'm gonna have to be the guy
Yeah.
and be like, all right, for time's sake,
Skip.
let's go. We have to get like 3 per minute, or more even.
Yep.
So let's go. That image looks great. Super
That's cool.
good.
B. C.
Uh,
C. Cool.
I think that's swamp.
This one?
No, the one that you just put down. Or is that Coral Cliffs? Then
No, this one.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, Coral Cliffs. Whatever.
I
We
think
don't know
that-
which one that is.
I think that's part of swamp, and that's a biome that actually got entirely changed.
Yeah. Next up is what's this one? This is also a smaller one. So Dangle Spires. It's like between.
This looks like it's Western Dune.
Yeah, it's the one between.
I quite like Western Dune. And it's a pretty popular base area too. I know there's like a popular coal outpost there. So I'd say yeah, B or A probably for me.
Okay.
I think it's A because I think it's pretty cool.
A lot of A's
transition
in chat. I can see.
Yeah.
Mm.
And then next one. This is one of the also revamped middle areas.
Yeah, that's
Desert Canyons.
Desert
Does
Canyons.
not look like this at all, but
It's very much a transition space. It has an oil outpost, and it's like pretty good as a like connection point between a lot of biomes, kind of more further in the north, which is nice. But like building wise, not really interesting aside from the oil.
Yeah. So it has its utility.
It has its utility, but
Well,
mostly
probably
it's
B. It
just-
kind of gets out of your way. Like you can kind of do your thing.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
No.
It's like not annoying.
It's better now with the updates. But, yeah.
And Dune Desert Maze.
And it's a sub biome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, I like it.
Do you like it more than?
I mean, that space specifically with Lumen is fucking gorgeous.
Oh, really?
That is
yeah.
true.
Yeah. Because like Lumen has very little impact on the world in most cases, but you see it really well here.
Ah, interesting.
Especially when you have overhangs and like a lot of shadow spaces, it looks really cool there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, maybe with that we can check it in A. The lumen factor.
The Lumen
The
factor.
Lumen factor.
Check it out.
Yes.
Yeah. Let's see. Which area is this?
That looks like it could be Eastern Dune.
That is Eastern Dune Forest.
Yep. Geoguesser.
Yeah. Eastern Dune Forest. Sands.
Eastern Dune Forest has also been upgraded for this update, so it's I think much nicer now. I think structurally it's not as nice as Western Dune. I think it's a bit less interesting resource-wise too, so I would probably throw it in B or C.
Okay, what's it gonna be?
I think it's pretty cool because it's got the water stuff in it.
You just put it in A.
Put it in A.
Oh.
You're doing it again.
God damn it!
Oh, I see what you're doing because you're thinking A is the first line.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get
Yeah,
it. Right,
yeah.
I see.
Yeah, it's to
Yeah.
F or like E and
Yeah,
E
yeah.
is skipped, but F
Right,
is like
right.
the
Yep.
ABCDF. Yeah.
Okay.
Spire Coast.
Spire
No,
Coast.
no, wait.
No?
This isn't Spire Coast.
This is-
Actually, this is Islands.
Oh, yes, the Western beaches.
Yeah.
Yes.
Is that the place with like all the coral things that?
No, it's
No.
kind of like small islands in shallow water. It's
Yeah.
a big oil.
Oh,
like,
is
Where
that
the oil
It's-
coast thingy?
Oil
Yeah.
coast.
Yes,
Yeah.
oil
Oh, yo, that place is sick.
Yeah.
I mean, A or
A or
S.
S.
A or
Yeah.
S.
Yeah,
Chat.
yeah,
A
sure.
or S.
I really liked building that.
A lot of people
area.
saying S. I mean, if we're gonna
quite
put more
nice.
S's, definitely chuck that place. That place is sick.
Do you want S or A?
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
It's super useful.
It's super useful, yeah. Although you know the water is pretty boring there, I would say, because
Okay.
it's just there's nothing there. It's just sand, empty, nothing.
Yeah.
But you know,
I think its utility is its like
utility
its
is
biggest
high.
asset
Yeah,
here.
yeah, because it's so shallow and it's so easy to build there.
Yeah.
It's really nice.
Lake Forest. This is curveball. This is S tier for me because this is money shot for trailer.
Oh yeah, yeah.
With the water and like the
it's-
trees and like you got like it's a good shot space for shots. So
yes.
like I've been there
it's,
a lot.
It's very like yeah.
So it's an S tier for me, but I'm not sure if that's aligns with people say
Yeah,
A and S.
I mean,
actually.
I considered that a sub biome for Northern Forest,
Yeah.
so it's like it uses a lot of the same stuff there.
A or S?
I think with the new water, it looks so much better.
Yeah.
So yeah, A or S, I'm good with that.
Chuck it in A.
Chuck it in A or let's do it. This is I think this might be swamp. This is lake swamp, so it's like part of swamp.
that
We
is
never go there.
that is an area that has been entirely erased
Yeah.
with changes, so it
So-
doesn't
so-
really count.
Ooh, non-existent. Wow.
Yeah, it's like it turned into a different flavor of sub biome. It's pretty much part of lake forest, so
So let's do swamp then.
swamp. Swamp is pretty sexy.
Mm-hmm.
I
like it.
But it's very atmospheric. It's just a matter of do you like it or not, because it's creepy.
It is creepy.
And
yeah.
I personally quite like creepy atmospheres.
I'm not a
they're
huge fan of it
interesting.
personally,
Yeah.
but for people, I mean, we're getting S's and D's only in chat right now. So that's very
it's so
interesting.
funny. It's so divided.
What do we do?
I mean,
We
it's,
slap
it's
it in
like
the middle?
late game outplays. Maybe in the middle because it's
Yeah,
like
split the difference.
I think visually it's quite cool.
But it's just not for everyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Maze Canyons.
I mean, again, it's the sub-biome
Yeah.
of Northern Forest. This picture is quite out of date
Yeah.
because now it's more like it's got kind of like the Northern Forest, but it has some of the pink trees with it and stuff.
I would say this is C because it's not really memorable for me.
No, I mean it does have that coal outpost by the lake,
But I mean, coal.
that's-
You can get coal anywhere.
yeah, which is nice. But yeah, it's like it's all right.
Check it in C.
See?
B, I would argue B.
Ooh, okay.
What do you think, Jace?
I mean, I don't think I spent any time there. So
It's a pretty popular coal outpost for Northern Forest players. So
okay.
Which one is this? This is. Oh yeah, this is Snake Tree. It doesn't look like this anymore.
oh, that's by Grassfields, right?
Yeah.
It's all right. It's
couldn't never
mostly
in there.
just kind of an in-between of grass fields and Western Dune where people mostly like settle. So it feels kind of like it's there
Right.
to like separate the two.
Maybe C.
It's
See? And then this one is, I can't remember.
Southern Forest.
Southern Forest.
Yes.
This is a cool area, I
Yes.
think.
Yeah,
I like
this
it.
place is really cool.
It's really cool. I
I'm
really
thinking
like the
A or
palette.
S.
Yeah.
It's very exploration heavy.
Yep.
I would do A.
It's very-
Because it's like, it's not an amazing resource area,
place, yeah.
but it is a cool place to
And
be.
when we get community highlight submissions with of
Yeah.
cool builds in there, it's like
It
that's
already
always
looked
a
dope. Yeah.
that's always a like
Yeah.
real novelty.
Yes.
Alright.
Alright,
Spire Coast.
Spire Coast.
Baby.
Oh,
Yes.
I mean, it looks exactly like Final Fantasy X. It's an S tier for me, and it's a great source of was it oil there?
Yeah. Yeah.
Um,
It's an essay for me too, dog.
yeah. I mean, it's just so gorgeous, and there's like a lot of space. You can like build.
Yeah.
You just kind of need to like get on platforms, kind of thing. You know, whatever.
It's pretty unique in many ways,
Yeah.
like in its structure, in its atmosphere, and
Yeah.
like how I built it. It was a fun one to work
Yeah.
on too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
A lot of people saying S's in the chat.
A's and
Let's go,
S's.
Yeah.
baby. All right.
Nice.
Let's take the S there.
This
Nice.
one is another. I think it's
It's that one.
That looks like it's also eastern or western.
which one was it? Oh, I was looking at the wrong
Forest.
Why can't I find it?
It's at the bottom there. Go down.
Bottom.
Yeah, some.
There it
Oh,
is.
Western Dune Forest.
It
okay.
is Western Dune Forest as well. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we've already had the Western Dune Forest, so it's the same.
Yeah.
it's the
Which one was that again?
A, I think. Yeah.
A?
Yeah, because
Cool.
it's the second image in A. that
All
we
right. This
added.
last one is Paradise Island.
Oh! D.
We'll let the chat.
No.
Bam! Oh no! That's gonna.
S tier for community.
People aren't gonna be happy about
It's S tier purely because it's intriguing for the community.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
it's such a like they want it so bad.
that. Yeah, yeah.
And like
It's funny because it's like we're not gonna work on that area because it's already perfect.
the whole narrative around it is already perfect. I don't want to change
Yeah.
anything.
Cool.
Super dope.
Yeah.
That's our lists, everyone.
There's the official tier list.
Official Satisfactory tier lists.
Done. We'll probably have to just move on, I think.
Yeah.
Because we're running a bit low on time.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for hanging out,
Thanks,
Hannah.
Yeah, no worries.
Appreciate it. Thanks for all your work on the level.
And,
Best.
Yes.
Mark, get your butt here.
Is Mark out there?
I don't know.
know.
We'll find out.
Bye.
Where's I keep? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong monitor when I'm moving the mouse.
Okay. Cool. All right.
All right, so we're close. 22 minutes away from the release, and Mark is gonna join us, and we're gonna quickly go through the patch notes.
Yeah.
Most of the there's.
Can I look at the schedule again?
I
think it's a tab. Yeah.
it's this one.
Yeah.
Maybe we should.
Let's do that one first while we wait.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So we're gonna do this after the patch notes. But we're gonna do this part now. And wait, I've got notes for this actually because I'm gonna talk about this one. Sorry, one moment. Just got some notes here.
So this, I can just lead into this. Is that we're gonna be updating the minimum requirement hardware for the game. You can come and sit down.
Yeah. Just.
And because of the update with the Unreal Engine 5.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Go on.
Because of the update with Unreal Engine 5, the requirements for hardware kind of changed, and we're gonna try and update them as soon as possible to like match.
Exactly. And so we have talked about this before on previous videos, and we gave like the new updated minimum hardware sort of specs that we thought would sort of be good, and we ran that by you guys. And one thing that we sort of felt was the graphics card that we said that is now going to be the minimum required was going to be the GTX 1650, and we sort of felt that sort of communicated or didn't quite communicate the right expectations to people. I think because the previous graphics card was a GTX 770, and like the version numbers between those are massive, so it sounds like the jump is gigantic. But we wanted to change what those requirements are. I mean, they're still the same requirements because it's still the same engine and all that kind of stuff. But we wanted to specify different GPU requirements so that it more better, or hopefully better, communicates like what you should sort of expect in terms of like what will be required with the minimum. So the new specs will be updated on the Steam store and on the Epic store soon. I don't know if it's going to be live today, but it might over the next day or two. And these will be the new minimum requirements required for update 8. And update 8 will obviously come to the early access branch eventually, so it will be required for the game. So previously we said GTX 1650, which is a big leap in version number, but like that card is actually not a super performant card. So even though the number is high, it's actually like the jump up is actually not super big from what it was before. So now the new specifications will be GTX 1650 or GTX 1050 Ti, or if you're using AMD, it'll be the AMD RX 470 or RX 570, or some equivalent performance and VRAM card. And that's what we're going to specify as the minimum requirements when it comes to the graphics card now. And so the minimum, these cards are, from what I understand, roughly still around the same performance. They're a bit better. However, it's the VRAM, the 4 gigabytes VRAM that they have, which is the key thing that Unreal Engine 5 really does need. And the other thing is the previous minimum required card was, we feel, sort of like unreasonable to begin with, but it was just kind of, we didn't put that much thought into it back in the day, and it was just kind of what we had lying around, so we just aimed for that. But giving things a bit more thought, as well as considering the change to Unreal Engine 5, that's what's gonna happen there. Now, we do think that like the game might still actually run below these specs. In fact, the minimum required specs up until this date has always been that you needed a dedicated graphics card. But I know of many people who actually have played on integrated graphics cards, and it still runs. It doesn't run well, and sometimes the game crashes, but like, you never know. And so it could still be that if you have a card below these specs, that it might still run. But we kind of think that what we need to set our minimum specs is that to some minimum spec that will like guarantee some reasonable performance. And so that's why we're setting it to what we are setting it to. Now, one other thing we want to talk about real quick is that if you play update 8 and you find that you're getting poor performance, or if you just have hardware below the minimum specs, there is something that you guys should know. Is just that like there's a lot of options in the video options that can help tweak things. So for starters, I think TSR is going to be enabled by default, and it could be that if you're running out of VRAM and like maybe the game is like tanking down to 2 FPS. That happens when the VRAM runs out. A good thing to do is just disable TSR and use some other anti-aliasing. We have FXAA and
TSR, TAA, so
TAA,
like temporal anti-aliasing.
yeah, exactly. So you can use one of those, and that will help a lot as well. We also have make sure that Lumen is not enabled, which is called global illumination. You've also got overall quality presets like textures and shadows and all that kind of stuff. And then you can also you can no longer change to DX11 in the menu, but you can still force DX11 using launch commands. And the launch command for DX11 is -DX11. And when you do that, that will force off Nanite and Lumen. And the game may work in those conditions. So if you're finding that you're having poor performance, you still have these options to hopefully help out. In Update 8, there's also going to be an option to run a benchmark so that the game will test your hardware and then set an appropriate video quality settings. But right now, that actually hasn't been implemented correctly. The option is in the menu, but right now it doesn't really do anything super meaningful. But the plan is to have that running before early access hits, so that you can just run that benchmark and hopefully you'll have some reasonable settings for your hardware. And I do plan on making a video talking about this, as well as any other potential issues that people might have by the end of the week. So that's that segment.
Yeah. And if you're running on older hardware, just be aware that like TSR will switch on if you go to like ultra settings, and you might run into issues with TSR on old hardware. So just be aware that like you mentioned, if you are running on old hardware and the game is like super tanking, make sure to disable TSR and make sure to disable Lumen. And when you disable Lumen, you also need to restart the game, because it will still hog up on the VRAM if you enable Lumen. And when you switch it back off, it still retains that memory for some reason right now.
So if you run into any of these kind of performance issues with Update 8 today or anything like that, by all means, let us know on the QA site, questions@satisfactorygame.com. But also, please go into your video settings and play around with these settings and see if you can find something that works for your situation.
That's that. Welcome, Mark.
Thanks.
Mark is here. Hello, buddy. Yeah. Welcome. This is Director Mark. Mark is new community manager. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, could be.
Please no.
You know how to make videos?
I'm already warm with the lights now.
Right. Yep.
So how you feeling, Mark? How's the update gonna?
It's fine for me.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, you don't have to pick the
Works on
issue.
my machine.
Yeah, it works on my machine. So
I
we're
guess we
gonna
just speed run the patch notes.
we're gonna speed run the patch notes.
Yep.
So I'm just gonna say this, like I know that you worry whenever I say that like that, but we're not gonna have like any big surprises really for this update. Like we pretty much posted all the information about the update that like you guys are gonna be there. There are like no big secrets or anything like that.
Yep.
There might be like one or two more like small
Little
things
things here and there,
that
yeah.
we're not aware of, because when we work on this stuff, things change. Which is why I gave Mark homework, and I was like, do you know if there's any information that we've gone out with that may have like updated or changed since we launched the videos?
I couldn't really find anything. I mean, there is some quality
We're
of life.
perfect.
Yeah. There is some really minor stuff, like you mentioned, that was not in there.
Mm-hmm.
Like we have some quality of life. Like you can update the splitters now, for example. That's just a minor quality of life that we didn't mention.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
Because it's quite a late one that we added.
So you don't need to dismantle them and rebuild them. You can just build over the top of them.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Oh,
if you
shit.
have a normal splitter, you want to upgrade to a smart splitter, you can, just
Wait.
Fancy.
build over.
There's another big change. Remember when we talked about fuse groups
Oh yeah.
on the priority power switch?
Yep.
We changed the names.
We
Yeah.
changed the names, so it's circuit breakers, or what do we call it?
The tab is called circuit break.
Circuit breaker priority or something
Yeah,
like that.
I think so. Yeah,
Yeah.
circuit break priority. Yeah.
Yeah.
So don't tell them they don't listen.
Yeah.
We got
did.
shamed by chat.
Yeah,
when
chat,
we-
chat was not happy.
Yeah.
Although I think that might not be in if you play experimental now.
Oh, okay, okay.
So we
okay.
didn't push that in yet.
Okay. So
We
so
have
it
our
might still be
stable builds.
fused for now.
Yeah, I think
But
so.
it-
And then on
it-
the first patch we do will probably be.
It's super confusing how the builds work at this point, because like we have our stable branch now, and like if we want to update the stable branch, we have to like cherry pick commits into that. So people are working on a different branch. It's super confusing.
Yeah, with the small things, it's just not worth it. So it will be later.
Yeah. But like the big hitters really in this update are like we're updating to Unreal Engine 5, which are coming with a lot of stuff. We're using nanites to a certain extent. We're using Lumen, not really fully supported.
Yeah,
but
we're not officially supporting Lumen, but it's just in the game. You can
It's-
turn it on and play with it if you wanted to see what it's like.
experiment.
Yes, yeah.
We haven't tweaked the lighting for Lumen really, so like, but we might do in the future. We might not. I'm not sure like what it would actually get into, but yeah, it's a little bit funky. We're also using the world partitioning system, and the vehicle systems have been completely sort of remade because we need to use chaos.
Or a petitioning system should be a system that will help with level streaming in general. So hopefully that you guys will have less like major hitches when moving around the map.
We've changed the input system to use the more advanced, like the systems that Unreal uses, which may come with a lot of input bugs. We fixed a lot of this stuff.
Yeah.
Like it's almost the entire input system had to be remade.
Yeah.
So if you're running into bugs and like that, please let us know on the QA side, because I think there's a couple of edge cases we might have missed with input, but we'll see. And then you mentioned TSR and FX at A. So yeah, and then
Blueprint improvement.
Lumen improvements, bunch of juicy stuff.
How
there.
was that process like,
Yeah.
Mark?
That was pretty okay, honestly. We just looked at some suggestions from the community. We had things that we still knew we wanted to do, like the dismantling.
The blueprint dismantling. Yeah.
Yeah. But it's good to note again, probably, that we are closing tickets where people requested that we improve snapping and stuff like that, because we don't really know anymore what the current state is, how people are really experiencing it, because we did some patches early on. So now we want feedback again to see if basically things are fine now, or if we still need to put more effort into polishing the snapping and placement and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Or if the nudge mode and the dismantling together maybe just solve most issues and tedium that people had with it.
So those issues might still persist, but we closed most of the tickets because we kind of want to get a fresh start on like that sort of feedback loop and feedback process.
Yep. And then as for like backwards compatibility with already built blueprints that people have made, can they still take advantage of blueprint dismantle mode for those?
Yeah, that should all be fine.
Yeah, because I think we had it in mind, right? That's one of those features. So like the connection between the buildings, there's a reference that they're part of the same blueprint already in update 7.
It was already there, yeah.
Yeah.
And we also need it for other things because we use that for the snapping as well. When you
Okay.
snap blueprints together, they have like a shared collision box basically.
Okay.
But yeah, it's hard to explain how good nudging is. Like,
Yeah. Well, what is nudging, Mark? For those who may not have known.
You can push building left, right, forward,
you
back.
push building.
But basically you can, I think default key is H now, so you can press H while you're building a hologram, right? And then locks the hologram in place, which means that you can just move around it, which especially for blueprints, which are so big, it's really nice because then you can just see if you actually align it properly, so you don't have to commit to building it before you know if it's in the right place.
Yeah.
And
then
it's
you can
also
use the
useful.
keys to
Yeah, and then you can just use the keys to move it around if you want to. Which is also nice for just cosmetic building, because you can get stuff into places where you previously couldn't get them with snapping, or that you had to do a lot of effort for to get them in that position, because you can just move them around on the grid.
I think this one have a huge impact, and I haven't seen enough people talk about it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's super cool. And that also works for all holograms, in
Yeah,
case we
any
just mentioned.
building.
It's not just blueprints; it's
Yep.
all holograms. Cool. There's a bunch of changes to the world. We had Hannah on,
Yep.
and we talked about some of the new areas that are coming.
Some visuals and some polish.
Yep.
A
Yep.
lot of polish, honestly.
Yeah.
Yep.
And if you're curious as to like what is left to do on the world, we have in our press kits on our website. There's a map with all like the plan changes, the changes that are coming in this update. So if you're curious whether your base is going to get destroyed or not,
Yep.
which I don't think will be the case for a lot of areas,
Yeah.
but that's the thing there.
We talked about advanced game settings last week on the YouTube, which are coming. That's been quite a process to nail that
Yeah.
down. Yeah. A lot of back and forth. We think people will enjoy those. Yeah.
That is the hope.
That is the hope.
But yeah, it took us a lot of iterations, of course, and you were part of that as well, of course, where we just had to back and forth of how do we want to introduce this. And I've already seen a lot of posts as well on the QA site where people are unhappy or have suggestions for different things. So I think we will have to curate that and see
Yep.
Yeah.
we still want to make changes.
I think it's a tricky one size doesn't fit all kind of
Yeah.
situation. So like some people are gonna probably be unhappy, but like maybe once you try it out or see how it I'm pretty happy with how it
Yeah,
is. at
I think
least
so as
with
well. I mean, I think it's
microservices.
very clear where the choice lies to
Yeah.
opt into that kind of thing or not. And so if you just don't like those features, you just don't need to use them.
Yeah.
It's I think we did a pretty good.
Yeah, and it's
I
like
think
not in your face either. As
Yeah.
like to enable it.
Exactly.
Power towers and priority switches.
Yeah, they're exciting.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're pretty dope.
They have been around for a long time.
Don't say that.
We already have.
Yeah, no.
That was literally update 4 that we made.
Yeah.
Because that was when we made the priority switch, and we were actually looking at maybe reworking the power system, but then we didn't. So we started making these power towers, which we figured would be cool anyway if
Yep.
we didn't give them like a special function.
Lazy devs who can't finish.
Wow.
Yeah, I can't believe this.
Yeah.
Took us so long.
Did nothing for all
It's
that time.
it's kind of wild how some of the implementations
Yeah.
like that. I think in this case it's mostly about the fact that we couldn't get around to finishing these
Yep.
features. Like they were like 70-80% done, and then like when we're actually like, let's put it in the game, but we need to do this and this and this and this, and then like, okay, let's prioritize because we can't do it then.
Yep.
Yeah, it's always a priority game.
So happy to finally have them in.
And the priority power switch, for people who don't know, is actually, or you can explain it if you wish.
Which one?
Priority power switch.
Yeah, you can essentially segment your factory into priority sections, and then if the power would fail, instead of actually shutting down your power grid, it will shut down the switch, and it will start from the switches from high priority or from low priority to high priority, meaning that your whole factory won't shut down. And your power generators actually will keep running, and everything.
Yep. And
Super
you can,
useful.
and you can remotely
And you can remotely turn it back
control
on.
stuff.
Yeah, which was an important thing, of
pretty
course,
nice.
because it's super nice if then your factory is safe, but then if you fix a problem, you still have to run to every single switch to turn them back on. That's super tedious.
Yep.
And with that comes the benefit that you can actually control your power grid then from all across the world, of
Yeah.
course.
Yeah.
Yeah. Which is a super nice feature.
And then there's a bunch of quality of life stuff here.
So
and
one of them,
improvements.
probably one of the most important ones, is like the destructible gas pillars.
Yeah.
So now you can use the Nobelisk to blow up the fart rocks. But we did get some feedback from the community about that.
Yep.
Yeah, and we also realized that we didn't really put that much thought into the whole implication, because we want to move the gas mask earlier, because what people mentioned, of course, is that, well, why would I need a gas mask now if I can just blow up all the fart rocks? So we already have plans to move the gas mask a bit earlier in progression, so that you have that benefit of avoiding the gas basically before you can actually blow up the gas rocks. But we were also looking into maybe limiting it so that not every Nobelisk can blow up the gas pillars.
So you need specialized Nobelisks that will be
Yeah.
available later.
Yeah, so we might limit it to, for example, the cluster Nobelisk and a nuke, because people suggested maybe just do the nuke. I think that's not a bad suggestion, but it's a bit too late, I think, to actually get that benefit, because then you just have to wait until the end of the game until you can get rid of them.
But for now, we're going to be shipping as is with Update 8 on experimental.
And we're going to look into a bit more, because there's other avenues that we want to explore as well, where we can maybe fix this progression issue that is there now.
So you think it would be easy to just implement so you can blow up fart rocks. That,
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah,
but
I
then
mean-
like, then it changes all the systems. So
And
like,
sometimes we just do that, because sometimes you just want to give people the thing
Yeah.
to get rid of the problem, and then we can look into a proper solution.
it's tricky.
But thanks for the feedback, everyone.
Yes.
We'll make changes.
Yep. We forget things sometimes as well.
And then Another really exciting thing for people is finally we can have turbo fuel in jetpacks. Something people have requested for a long ass time.
Yeah.
And I think it's pretty cool that we did not just like slap that in there. You get more fuel. We actually balanced the entire jetpack.
We
around.
could have done the easy thing, I guess, where you choose the best fuel available always,
Yeah.
but we kind of had this idea where different fuels would give different benefit. So that's what we kind of went for. So it is also opened up the option, of course, to use just other fuel types. So you can use the solid biomass, for example. Because
Hell
otherwise you have the whole thing where you have to actually have the fuel before you can start using a jetpack.
Yeah. And also the packaged biofuel.
Yeah. Which,
Best.
Oh, yeah, that is
The best.
Yeah, you could just fly so high with that thing.
Yeah.
And forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we figured that would be fun because people don't really use it that much anyway, but now they might have a reason to actually
Spend some time to
you know,
manufacture some.
Yeah, I mean, you can't really automate it, but you usually do have biomass around, so you might as well use it, right?
Yep.
We also changed the parachute to be an equipment rather than like a consumable.
Yeah.
So now you just use one parachute. It's like it's just cause.
Yeah,
rules.
yeah.
It's like
yeah.
you have one, you can reuse it over and over again.
Yeah. And it's a bit quicker and stuff now as well, right? I think.
Yeah, we increase the speed, and you can sprint in it now, so you have slow speed, fast speed. Yeah, and we reduced the falling speed a bit as well, because we kind of wanted it more like a glider, because we figured then people might actually use it.
Yeah, it's actually super early. I think really helpful, like early on as well. Like it's just a really nice bit of kit to have with you, and there's no reason not to bring one with you now when you're out and about, especially if you don't have a jetpack.
Yeah, that was kind of the intention, because of course I don't think it will ever be like a great thing, like we could do more to it. We actually investigated that, but people are always going to swap the jetpack. That's kind of the point. But we want you to be able to actually use it and have fun with it in the early game. That's why it's there.
Yeah.
But people weren't even doing that because it's just so tedious.
Yeah. So it makes sense. And we also have the dismantle filter, which is we had that in the game before where you could hold I think it was mouse
One of the
button or
mouse
something.
buttons or something.
Yeah, and you can still I saw some people comment about this. You can still change it to that key if you're used to that. I certainly was, and I wanted on that key, but you can switch it back to that. It's no big deal. Just change the key binding.
Yeah.
But now we added more to it, so now you can stack the filters, so you can have more things than just one.
Oh, really?
I mean, wait, are you being facetious?
Oh, no, okay, right. So let me.
Like you made the video.
Let me re-explain it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't stack the filters. You can still only have one filter at a time. So you can look at something, filter on that thing, and then from that point on, you can only highlight that element with the dismantle, right? But while you're mass dismantling, you can change the filter to something else and then start highlighting with that filter.
Yeah,
so you
that's
don't
what I
stack them necessarily, but you can change between them and use and filter on different things within one mass dismantle.
Because like for me, the way I was
Action.
wish I could use it was if you have like a conveyor belt line, I couldn't like highlight all the mergers and I couldn't highlight all the conveyor belts and all the different conveyor belt types and then do it on one mass dismantle. I have to do them one at a time.
Yeah.
So,
We've gotten some feedback from people saying that like it would be cool if there was like an inverse filter where it's like we can filter on foundations, so then we select everything but foundations. We've had that from people before as well. What do you think of that idea?
There was something that Pontus, when he was explaining it to me, showed me that you can kind of get that, but I don't remember. I don't understand this feature well enough. They kind of just did it and then showed me. I was like,
Alright.
oh, that looks good.
Okay, fair enough.
look into that.
All right, yeah, but we've heard that feedback, by the way. So,
Yes.
But I think that makes a lot of sense because people generally don't want to dismantle foundations
But
and
everything else.
and everything else.
Yeah.
Like you either want to get rid of the production line or cosmetic pieces, but maybe not everything at the same time.
2 minutes until release, and that's convenient. So we have the one final thing is another quality of life stuff. Is conveyor belts and pipe building is a little bit more convenient, so you no longer have to put poles down first when you build conveyor belts, and the same thing for pipes, which makes it so it's just like one buildable.
Yep.
Like you can just have the conveyor belt and then build away.
And the fact that you can raise them now.
Oh yeah, and like the final step is like
Yeah.
the thing that's so you can place a pole which shouldn't be able to build it, but then you can raise it up and then it makes sense.
So previously, whenever you built pipes or belts, when you tried to place it first and then change the height, the validation would check on that first thing. So if the initial build was invalid, then you wouldn't be able to complete the build, even if it could become valid in the second phase. And so that little quality of life change has helped. So now people can more easily build, what they want. So that's basically all the features that are coming in Update 8. We're going to have patch notes on the Discord, on Steam,
I wonder if the Reddit is open.
on the Reddit, I believe.
There will be a Reddit post. It's just I wonder if people are going to be access it.
Yeah.
But I think it's.
Yeah.
You might actually want to read through the detail patch notes because there is a few more.
Yeah, I just
small
noticed that
things.
there's a few small things,
Yep.
like the weapons have been a little bit rebalanced apparently.
Yeah, we have some small rebalance fix, but also for the conveyor belt, actually, there's another quality of life thing. Where you know how you can quick switch conveyor belt types? If you were to connect that belt and then quick switch, it would reset to the first build step. That no longer happens.
Okay.
So if you already have it in place, how you want to build it, but then you realize, oh, that's MK1, I want MK2, you don't have to redo that.
Oh, that's pretty nice. That's pretty nice. Okay, we have 30 seconds. You
Yeah.
want to count down with us, Mark?
Sure. Do we do the whole 30 seconds?
Yeah, 25, 24, 20.
Where is the counter?
I'm just watching.
There, right there, right
yeah.
there.
20 seconds.
19 seconds.
18.
There we
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
17.
Oh,
16.
so
So we got a little trailer, right? Little teaser,
Sure do.
fun little video for you guys. So we're gonna play that, and then it should be
trademark.
maybe stream.
coming out in
Yep.
5 seconds.
All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Let's go. Yay! Oh shit! Forgot to turn this off. Countdown to release. Wait, why isn't it?
It's out now.
It's out.
Out now.
Out now. Update. Come on, do it. All right, don't. All right,
All
well,
right.
I'll just remove it.
Yeah, just remove it.
Whatever.
All right, it's out now.
Yeah.
Updated. It's out now, or it should be if you're not seeing your experimental updating on Steam right now, or you're not seeing that happen on Epic. Just give it some time. All right. So like I don't know, we didn't push the button, but I'm sure it's being pushed by someone else, and it might just take some time. So
Yep.
within the next 30 minutes, just keep an eye out. Just remember that patch notes will be available on Discord and on Reddit and on Steam.
Yep.
And if they're not there right now, they will be shortly. And thank you all very much for hanging out with us today, and also just all the support everyone has shown throughout development. Like, even just like on the YouTubes, like people following along and things like that. It's been super fun.
Yeah, there's been people that have been on almost every single stream and like throughout the weeks, and even times when we don't even have anything to announce, and we're just like hanging out. People
Yep.
are always there. So
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
super
Always super fun.
fun
Yeah.
to have you all there.
Much appreciated.
And yeah, you might also need to restart Steam or Epic to like get it to
Yep.
find it or whatever.
Yep. And remember, if you have any issues at all, please let us know on the QA site, questions.satisfactorygame.com. You can post bug reports or any feedback, anything like that there. Again, we've tested as much as we can. We think that the game should be fine and should run okay. But if you run into any issues, we're going to be keeping an eye on the QA site, and we'll be patching as soon as we can if there are like any issues like at all. And just remember that if you're getting performance issues for any reason with this new engine upgrade, do check the video options and see what you can change. Notably, if TSR is on and you're running out of VRM, you can always turn that off to other anti-aliasing techniques. So
Yeah.
anything else?
That's pretty much it. feels we're finally here, and I've seen people comment that they are available, like they are downloading it.
Yep, I can see people downloading on Epic now. Yep.
73%. That's fast. I don't know. I saw a couple people ask this before. I actually don't know how big. Yeah, do you wanna sneak in? You always ninja in our stream somehow.
Yeah, of course.
You're just gonna steal the body pillow.
Yeah, because I heard
What's-
Jay
what's-
say, we didn't push the bill. I pushed the bill.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
is the
This
button.
is the build pusher.
This is
right
all
here.
he does. He just
Yeah.
pushes build and then.
I did it.
Remember, just a little scooch over a little to the
I mean,
corner.
yeah, this is just so my mom can take a screenshot.
Actually, your mom is a big fan of our streams, right? And
Probably watching right now,
yeah.
but she doesn't know how to use the chat.
All right,
She-
all right. Well,
she-
can everyone say hi to Uzu's mom?
in a respectful way.
In a respectful way. Yeah. No, we're all every.
So buttons been pressed.
Yeah, everything's
What
live.
do you want?
Everything is live.
Do you also want to scoot in?
Wrap it up. I'm not paying for overtime.
Oh wow! Shots fired. Holy shit.
Okay, you heard it here. Studio manager's telling us to stop. Okay, no, but thank you, everyone. Seriously, thanks a lot for hanging out. Really appreciate it on YouTube and Twitch. And I hope that you guys have a lot of fun with Update 8. It has been quite a ride getting to this point.
Yeah.
But the journey continues because we're just on experimental now. There's going to be, work that needs to be done before we get to early access. The experimental period will probably be longer, as we said, because there will be a vacation period here. So we're thinking August, July, August, people will start coming back, and then we'll be doing more patches then. But we'll still also be doing patches in the next couple weeks too. Okay. Thank you, everyone,
Thank you. Thank you.
and I hope you have a lovely week.
And I hope you don't run into any crashes.
Yeah.
No bugs.
No bugs.
No bugs.
No bugs.
All right.
Incredible.
Okay. I guess that's also important to mention is that like when it comes to issues now in the couple of weeks now before we have our vacation, we're gonna focusing on fixing like crashes and like major bug issues. So like we won't be able to get around to everything obviously in the next couple of weeks, but the most important thing for us really in this first couple of weeks is to figure out like all the crashes and like all the major issues. So if you're annoyed about how I don't know.
Yeah.
Sound sounds weird when I walk.
Or some small annoying thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Those things might not be taken care of immediately.
Yeah, those
Yeah.
might take some time before.
And
we
actually,
correct
one other thing is that we do our best to get as much information out there as possible. But if you ever see anyone else out there who isn't aware of some of this stuff, feel free to respectfully, let them know what's going on as well. If in case like you see some people who are frustrated that there aren't patches or something like that, just spread the word. Spread the word of what you've learned and heard here, so that people can know. We will do what we can though.
it. Did you mention how to get experimental?
No, I didn't actually. Oh, I did earlier, but I didn't right now.
Let's do a
Yeah.
recount. So if you're on Epic, the game should have like a second executable or whatever.
Yeah, it's like a separate game in your
Yeah.
library, which is called experimental.
Yeah,
Satisfactory
and that
Experimental.
one should have like the art updated as well. So it says like Satisfactory Update 8 on it. Possibly. It depends on if that was updated in time or not. We'll see.
Gonna take a while.
Yeah, it'll take a while.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on Steam,
And
you
on-
find the game in your library, right-click it, go to Properties, and then choose Betas, and then there'll be a drop-down, and then you can choose Experimental there. And remember, whenever you do this stuff, back up
your save
back up your
files.
saves.
Yeah.
Okay, make sure you back up your saves, folks. Don't want you guys losing progress.
Yeah.
Okay. Let's wrap it up.
Yep.
That's it. Thank you,
So much for
everyone.
wanting-
Really appreciate it.
Have
Bye.
a lovely week.
Take care.
Enjoy the update.
Yeah.
Bye.